Check, check. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes,
Asifa, am I audible?
Yes,
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 sir,
you're
yes,
audible.
yes,
Thank you so much.
yes, thank you. Yes, shall we start, Meera?
Guys, we'll start in a few minutes.
Okay, sure.
Am I audible? So good evening to all. We'll be starting the event in few minutes. Kindly be there.
Check. Am I audible now? Mira, shall we start?
Yes, Vignesh, please begin.
Okay, thank you. திங்களோடு பிறந்தவளோ தென்றலோடு நடந்தவளோ திங்களோடு பிறந்தவளோ தென்றலோடு நடந்தவளோ இல்லை தென்பொதிகை வீற்றெடுத்து சந்தனத்தின் புது மனத்தில் தோய்ந்தவளோ எந்தையும் தாயும் பகிர்ந்து குழாவி சிந்தை இனித்திடச் சிறந்தவளோ எந்த நாவிசைக்கும் நற்றமிழ் நங்காய் வாழி முத்தம் தந்து முகம் தழுவும் முத்தமிழ் மங்காய் வாழி என் அன்னை தமிழில் உங்கள் அத்தனை பேரையும் வருக வருக என்று வரவேற்பது நான் உங்கள் நண்பன் தமிழ் காதலன் விக்னேஷ் MC for the day.
Nobody can whistle a symphony. It needs an orchestra to play it. Likewise, the strength of the team is each of its members, and the strength of each member is their team. This is what RI District 3232 truly believes in. Run, chase, it's time to live dreams as you are worth it like every other person is. Be a doer, be a believer. Affirming this strong belief, today, in this beautiful evening, all of us have gathered together to celebrate an enthralling beginning, an iconic event, and a collaborative effort. On that note, I, Rotaract Asfiya Sharif, the MC for the evening, along with District Rotaract Council 2122, RI District 3232, warmly welcomes you all to the annual District Rotaract Assembly Change 2122.
இயல்பாக இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு வருகை தந்திருக்கும் உங்கள் அத்தனை பேரையும் தன்னுடைய இசையின் வாயிலாக வரவேற்பதற்காக லெட்ஸ் வெல்கம் ரோட்ராக்டர் மீனாட்சி from Savita Medical College for her invocation song.
Am I audible?
Yes, Meenakshi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Music is a piece of art that instantly touches your soul. Thank you, Rotractor Meenakshi, for divine rendition. At this time, I would like to request Chief Sergeant at Arms, Rotaractor Immediate Past President Srinivasan, to call our District Rotaract Representative, Rotaractor Past President Kamble.
Extremely happy and privileged to call her the world largest district Rotaract representative, Rotaractor Past President Kamble, for the Rotary year 21 and 22.
I shall now request District Representative, Rotaractor Past President Kamble, to call to order the event.
District Rotaract Council, Rotary International District 3232 proudly presents the change annual District Rotaract Assembly is called to order.
என்னுடைய மொழி புரியாதவன் எனக்கு கடவுளாக முடியாது. என்னுடைய வலி உணராதவன் எனக்கு தலைவனாக முடியாது. அந்த வகையில் என்னுடைய மொழியையும் சரி வலியையும் சரி உணரக்கூடிய ஒரு தலைவன் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா இட்ஸ் none other than our beloved district Rotaract representative, Rotaractor past president காமுவேல். தேங்க்யூ அண்ணா, தேங்க்யூ so much. எத்தனை பேர் வரவேற்புரை கொடுத்தாலும் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு இவருடைய வரவேற்பு அப்படிங்கிறது அவசியமான ஒன்று. ஏன்னா இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியினுடைய கதாநாயகனே இவர்தான். அதையும் தாண்டி என் நெஞ்ச தாழ்வாரத்தில் நேசம் எனும் தொட்டில் கட்டி வீட்டிருக்கும் பாசத்திற்குரிய நண்பன் அப்படின்னே சொல்லலாம். ஆனுவல் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் ரோட்ராக்ட் அசம்பிளி சேஞ்ச் சேர்மன் ரோட்ராக்டர் பாஸ்ட் பிரசிடென்ட் எசக்கி சேகர் அவர்களை வரவேற்புரை வழங்குவதற்காக அன்போடு அழைக்கின்றேன்.
So warm Rotaract greetings to one and all present here. First of all, a warm good evening to one and all present in this virtual platform. So first of all, before moving with the welcome address, this is my 9th year of Rotaract experience, and in the position is the chairman of annual district Rotaract assembly. அப்படின்ற ஒரு position reach ஆகிறதுக்கு it takes 8 years of time. ஸோ நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரோட்ராக்ட்னா என்ன நல்லா தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு அட்டன் பண்ண அசம்பிளின்றப்போ ஐ யூஸ்வலி ரீகலெக்ட் த மெமரிஸ். ஸோ இந்த மெமரிஸ் நிறைய வாட்டி நான் சொல்லியிருப்பேன். ஸோ இந்த ஒரு இடத்துலயும் அந்த மெமரியை நான் சொல்லணும்னு ஆசைப்படுறேன். 2014-15 when I was the joint secretary, that was my one assembly which transformed me many phases. So அந்த ஒரு அசம்பிளியை நான் ஞாபகப்படுத்தணும்னு ஆசைப்படுறேன். The assembly is inspired. So it was happened in the year of 2014-15 when PDR Arjun Raja was the DRR currently, and at the time, and the current PDRR of our district, Rotarian Girish, was the chairman. So அப்போ ஒரு விஷயம் சொன்னாரு, அந்த விஷயம் எனக்கு எப்பவுமே ஞாபகம் இருக்கும். ஸோ லாஸ்ட் ரோல இருந்து அவருக்கு அந்த சேர்மன் ஒரு பொசிஷன் ரீச் ஆக அவருக்கு தேவைப்பட்ட இயர்ஸ் 7 இயர்ஸ்னு அவர் அந்த ஸ்டேஜில் சொன்னாரு. அண்ட் இன்னும் ஒரே விஷயம் சொல்லணும்னு ஆசைப்படுறேன். அந்த ஒரு லாஸ்ட் சேர்ல இருந்து இங்க ஒரு அசம்பிளின்ற ஒரு சேர்மன் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு எனக்கு தேவைப்பட்ட வருஷங்கள்னு பாக்குறப்போ 9 இயர்ஸ். ஸோ இந்த 9 இயர்ஸ்ல ஐ காட் மெனி ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் அண்ட் ஐ ஹவ் லேர்ன் மெனி திங்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் திஸ் மூமெண்ட். ஸோ இந்த ஒரு மூமெண்ட்ல இருந்து நிறைய விஷயங்கள் நான் கத்துக்கிட்டேன்னு சொல்லலாம், ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் A to Z. ஸோ ரோட்ராக்ட்ன்றது எப்பவுமே நமக்குன்னு பாக்குறப்போ நம்ம நிறைய இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்றோம், ரோட்ராக்ட்ல டைம் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்றோம்னு சொல்றோம். நம்ம இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ற ஒரு டைமுக்கும் ரிட்டர்ன் நமக்கு எப்பவுமே கிடைக்கும். தட் இஸ் வாட் ரோட்ராக்ட் இஸ் ஆல் அபவுட். ஸோ ரோட்ராக்ட்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ற டைம் எப்பவுமே வேஸ்ட் ஆகாது. இன்வெஸ்ட் மோர் டைம் இன் ரோட்ராக்ட் so that you gain more self. And talking about this event assembly, so assembly in பேசுறப்போ we start the discussion in the month of March. So March endல இந்த discussion start ஆச்சு, அசம்பிளின்னு ஒன்று டெலிவர் பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ பிசிக்கல்ல பிளான் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்த ஒரு ஈவெண்ட் டியூ டு அன்அவாய்டபிள் சுச்சுவேஷன் ஸோ நம்ம வர்ச்சுவல்ல பண்ண வேண்டியதாயிடுச்சு. ஸோ பிசிக்கல்ல இருந்து வர்ச்சுவல்லாம் ஒரு டிசிஷன் எடுக்கிறப்போ தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் DRR ஃபார் யுவர் வண்டர்ஃபுல் சப்போர்ட். ஸோ ஒரு வர்ச்சுவல்ல பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு ப்ரொபோசல் கொடுத்தவனே அக்செப்ட் பண்ணி வர்ச்சுவல்ல பண்ணா பெஸ்டா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அக்செப்ட் பண்ணி இன்னைக்கு 2.6K ஆடியன்ஸ், அதாவது 2600 ஆடியன்ஸ் ஒரு அசம்பிளி அட்டென்ட் பண்றாங்கன்னா ஐ ஹோப் திஸ் இஸ் த ஹையஸ்ட் எவர் ஆடியன்ஸ் விச் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் விட்னஸ் இன் அசம்பிளி. ஸோ அசம்பிளியோட ஹையஸ்ட் பார்ட்டிசிபேஷன் இந்த அசம்பிளில இருந்திருக்கு. ஸோ ஐ எம் ஹாப்பி டு பி த சேர்மன் ஆஃப் லார்ஜஸ்ட் அசம்பிளி ஆஃப் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட். அண்ட் இதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஐ ஹோப் கரண்ட் DRR சேர்மனா இருக்கப்போ ஹையஸ்ட் எவர் அசம்பிளியா இருந்துச்சு. அவர் DRR இருக்கப்போ ஹையஸ்ட் எவர் அசம்பிளி ஆடியன்ஸ் இந்த ஈவெண்ட் இருக்கும். ஸோ தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் DRR ஃபார் யுவர் வண்டர்ஃபுல் சப்போர்ட் டுவர்ட்ஸ் த ஈவெண்ட். அண்ட் எப்பவுமே நம்ம டீம் பத்தி நிறைய விஷயங்கள் பேசணும் ஆசைப்படுவோம். ஸோ அந்த விஷயங்கள் இங்க பேசுறது எப்பவுமே ஆப்டா இருக்காது நான் பிலீவ் பண்ணுவேன். அதுக்கான ரெகனைசேஷன் எங்க பேசணுமோ அங்க பேசினாதான் எப்பவுமே ஆப்டா இருக்கும். அண்ட் தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் நந்தினி அண்ட் ரோட்டாக்டர் காவியா. ஸோ ரெண்டு பேருமே எந்த அளவுக்கு சப்போர்ட் கொடுத்தீங்க ஐ நோ. ஸோ தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் ஃபார் ஒண்டர்ஃபுல் சப்போர்ட் டுவர்ட்ஸ் த ஈவெண்ட் அண்ட் மூவிங் ஃபார்வர்ட். ஸோ I officially welcome the Chief Guest of the Day, Rotarian Sridhar J, District Governor of Rotary International District 3232, and the Guest of Honor, Rotarian Kesha M. Sarikar, District Rotaract Committee Chairman 2021-22. So thank you so much both for accepting our invite and gracing the occasion. And Namaskaram, sir. So thank you so much for attending the event and accepting our invite. And thank you so much, Shesha sir. So எந்த ஒரு டைம்ல எந்த ஒரு சப்போர்ட் கேட்டாலும் you being there for Rotaract always. So thank you so much for your wonderful support towards this annual District Rotaract Assembly change. And நம்ம பேச வந்தோமே நார்மலா முடிக்க மாட்டோம். ஸோ சின்னதா ஒரு ஸ்டோரி மட்டும் சொல்லிட்டு என்னோட ஸ்பீச் முடிச்சுக்கணும்னு ஆசைப்படுறேன். ஸோ எப்பவுமே வந்து லைஃப்ல வந்து ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டின்றது வந்து டக்குன்னு கிடைக்காது. ஸோ தோனிக்கு வந்து ஒரு 4 வருஷம் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி ரிஜெக்ட் ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கிடைச்சு இன்னைக்கு வேர்ல்ட்ல நிறைய பேர் இந்தியன் கிரிக்கெட்ல சச்சின்ற ஒரு நேம் குறைஞ்சி தோனின்ற ஒரு நேம் உருவானதுக்கு ரீசன் பிஹைண்ட் வந்து அவருக்கு கிடைச்ச ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி அவர் எங்கெங்க யூஸ் பண்ணுமோ அங்கங்க யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டாரு. he was being part of any movement. ஸோ அவர் நிறைய விஷயங்கள் நிறைய ஜாப் போயிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் இருந்துச்சு, அவருக்கு கிரிக்கெட்டர் ஆகணும்ன்ற ஒரு கோல் இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ he continued that goal. ஸோ அந்த ஒரு பாதைக்காக you have the belief to achieve the goals. ஸோ அந்த ஒரு கோல்ஸ் அச்சீவ் பண்ணுன்றதுக்காக he stood many things. ஸோ அந்த ஒரு திங்ஸ் எடுத்து வச்சதுனாலதான் இந்தியாவில ஒன் ஆஃப் த ஃபைனஸ்ட் கிரிக்கெட்டர்னு சொல்லணும்னா அது சச்சினுக்கு அப்புறம் நிறைய பேர் சொல்ற நேம் வந்து தோனியா தான் இருக்கும். ஸோ வேர்ல்ட்லயே ஒன் ஆஃப் த பெஸ்ட் கேப்டன் நிறைய பேர் சொல்லுவாங்க. அதுக்கு பிகைண்ட் என்ன இருக்குன்னா நம்ம எப்பவுமே நம்ம வாழ்க்கையில வர கஷ்டங்களை பார்த்து அந்த கஷ்டங்கள்னால நம்ம வாழ்க்கையில நிறைய விஷயங்களை மாற்றக்கூடாது. நமக்குன்னு ஒரு இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் நமக்குன்னு ஒரு ஆஸ்பயர் ஒரு ட்ரீம் இருக்குன்னா அந்த ட்ரீமை நோக்கி ஓடணும். பிலீவ் இன் யுவர் ட்ரீம்ஸ் ஆல்வேஸ். ஸோ அந்த ட்ரீம்ஸை அச்சீவ் பண்றதுக்கு உங்க பிலீஃப் தான் எப்பவுமே சப்போர்ட்டா இருக்கும். வித் தட் நோட் ரோட்டரி gives more opportunity. So அந்த ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி எப்பவுமே கிராப் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Let's serve the movement to change lives and embrace the change. Yours in Rotaract, the past president Isaki Shekhar, the chairman of annual district Rotaract Assembly change. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I officially welcome you all for the annual district Rotaract Assembly change. Thank you.
A leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Thank you, Assembly Chairman, Rotaract Past President Isaki Shekhar, for being one such profound leader and inspiring us with your words. Also, thanks a lot for your Kuti story and sharing your journey with us. Moving forward, I now call upon TRR Rotaract Past President Kamwil to set the context for the day along with the opening remarks.
Kamwil, உங்க ஆடியோ இல்லைங்க.
Kamwil, you are not audible. 1 minute.
I'm audible? Okay. Chief guest of the day, Rotarian District Governor Sridhar sir, and guest of honor Rotarian Shesha Sai sir, and other Rotarians and wonderful Rotaractors from various club and district Rotaract council members. Very good evening to everyone. So சில விஷயங்கள் எப்பவுமே இது மாதிரி ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகுது எப்பவுமே ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியா இருக்கும். என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் என்னன்ற லாஸ்டா சொல்றேன். அண்ட் இந்த அசம்பிளி பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் ஒரு நேர்ல நடத்தணும்ன்றது எல்லாருக்குமே ஒரு கனவா இருந்தது. அண்ட் மோரோவர் இந்த வருஷம் ஸ்டார்டிங்ல இருந்து நிறைய பார்த்துருப்பீங்க எல்லாமே ஆல்மோஸ்ட் நேர்ல நடத்துறதுக்கு எவ்வளவு ட்ரை பண்ணோம். பட் அன்பார்ச்சுனேட்லி we couldn't make it. So நேர்ல நடத்த முடியாத ஒரு சிச்சுவேஷன். பட் இருந்தாலும் ஆன்லைன்ல கொடுத்தாலும் என்ன டிஃப்ரெண்டா கொடுக்க போறோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி யோசிச்சோம். ஸோ இந்த அசம்பிளில நம்ம என்ன டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் காட்டுறோம் அப்படின்றது ரொம்ப முக்கியம்னு யோசிச்சோம். ஸோ அதனாலேயே நிறைய விஷயங்கள் பிளான் பண்ணியிருந்தோம். அண்ட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அசம்பிளி 2 கீனோட் ஸ்பீக்கரோட இருக்க போற அசம்பிளியா இந்த அசம்பிளி தான் இருக்கும். Day 1 and Day 2 2 நாளுமே ஒரு கீனோட் இருக்க போறாங்க. அண்ட் ஒண்டர்ஃபுல்லான ஒரு கீனோட். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டே Shogashni Maniratnam ma'am, and second day Aditya Menon sir, and thank you so much, Shesha sir, having them for our assembly and for getting them for our assembly. And more than that, இன்னொரு விஷயம் பண்ணி ஆகணும். டீம்ல நிறைய டிஸ்கஷன் போகும்போது ரோட்ராக்டர்ஸ் எவ்வளவு பேரை மேக்ஸிமம் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ண வைக்க முடியும்னு யோசிச்சோம். ஸோ அப்போ பிளான் பண்ண விஷயம் தான் 2500 பேருக்கு மேல கண்டிப்பா பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ண வைக்கிற அசம்பிளி இந்த அசம்பிளியா தான் இருக்கணும். இது வரைக்கும் யாருமே விர்ச்சுவல் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ல பண்ணதே கிடையாது. அண்ட் மோர் ஓவர் அசம்பிளிலுமே ஓவரால் அசம்பிளி இது வரைக்கும் நம்ம சிலியுமே கூட 2500 பேருக்கு மேல பண்ணதே கிடையாது அப்படின்னு பிளான் பண்ணோம். ஸோ அதுக்கான ஒரு கரெக்டான ஒரு ஃபிட்னஸ்மே இங்க நீங்க எல்லாருமே பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. 2600 பேருக்கு மேல இந்த அசம்பிளில பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. அண்ட் விர்ச்சுவல் ஈவெண்ட்டுக்கு பிசிக்கலா கிட் ப்ரொவைட் பண்றதும் இந்த ஈவெண்டா தான் இருக்கும். அண்ட் மேனுவல் இது வரைக்கும் அசம்பிளில வந்து நம்ம எல்லாருமே என்னென்ன டேக் அவே இருக்கு அப்படின்னு பார்க்கும்போது எல்லாருமே ஒண்டர்ஃபுல் செஷன், பெயின் ஸ்டார்மிங் எல்லாமே இருக்கும். பட் அதர் தன் தட் நம்ம ஃபியூச்சர் எல்லாமே எடுத்து வச்சு ஒரு டாக்குமெண்டா என்ன இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கும்போது மேனுவல் கொடுக்கறது ஒவ்வொரு போர்டு அஃபிஷியல்ஸ்க்கும் கிரீன் ரோட்ராக்ட்ல இருந்து எல்லாருமே என்ன ஒர்க் பண்ணணும், ரோல்ஸ் அண்ட் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டிஸ் என்னென்ன அப்படின்ற எல்லாமே மென்ஷன் பண்ண ஒரு கம்ப்ளீட் வந்து உங்களுக்கு மெயிலையும் சரி நேர்லயும் சரி கொடுத்துருவோம். அண்ட் இதுவுமே இந்த அசம்பிளில பிளான் பண்ண விஷயம் தான். அண்ட் 12 பிரேக் அவுட் செஷனுமே ஒரு 12ல வந்து 12 பிரேக் அவுட் செஷனுமே PDRRs அண்ட் ஆல்சோ ரொட்டேரியன்ஸை வச்சு பண்ற ஒரே அசம்பிளி இந்த அசம்பிளி தான். அண்ட் இதுவுமே நீங்க இங்கதான் பார்க்க போறீங்க. அண்ட் நிறைய விஷயங்கள் இது எல்லாமே இருக்கு. அண்ட் இன்னைக்கு டேவை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் கம்ப்ளீட்டா அடுத்து நம்மளுக்காக ரோட்ராக்ட் சேர்மன் அண்ட் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கவர்னர் அண்ட் கீனோட் ஸ்பீக்கர் எல்லாருமே கம்ப்ளீட்டா அவங்களுக்காக பேசுறதுக்காக வராங்க. அண்ட் நாளைக்கு டேவுமே அதே மாதிரி ஒரு கீனோட் அண்ட் பிரேக் அவுட் செஷன் அண்ட் கம்ப்ளீட்டா வேலிடிட்டி செரமனில டைரக்டர் இவங்க எல்லாருமே நம்மளுக்கு இருக்க போறாங்க. அண்ட் தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் எல்லாருமே இந்த ஒரு டேவை வந்து ஒண்டர்ஃபுல்லான ஒரு டேவா மாத்தி கொடுத்ததுக்காக. அண்ட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் பிளட் டொனேஷனுக்குன்னு ஒரு தனி பிரேக் அவுட் செஷன் வைக்கிறது இந்த அசம்பிளியா தான் இருக்கும். அண்ட் இந்த மாதிரி எல்லா விஷயத்தையும் பிளான் பண்ண ஒரு அசம்பிளி சேர்மன் இசக்கி சேகர் அண்ட் என்டையர் டீம் அவங்க எல்லாருக்குமே தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச். அண்ட் இதை வந்து நான் இன்னும் முடிக்கும் போது இன்னும் சிறப்பாக பேசணும்னு வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். அண்ட் என்ஜாய் ரோட்ராக்ட் அண்ட் responsibility. Let's serve to change life, embrace the change. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity. Thank you. Ashwya? Vignesh?
Sorry, na audible?
Yes, ma. Yes, you are. Carry on.
Okay. Thank you, na. Thank you so much, DRR Rotaractor past president Kamuvel. அடுத்து வந்து ஸ்பெஷல் அட்ரஸ் சிறப்புரை. அந்த சிறப்புரையை வழங்குறதுக்காக யார் வர போறாங்க அப்படின்னா, சிரித்த முகம், சிந்தனை கோடுகளாய் வளைந்து நிற்கும் புருவங்களுக்கிடையே ஊடுருவி பார்க்கும் உருண்டை விழிகள். உழைக்கும் ஆண்கள் எல்லோருமே அழகுதான், உழைப்பால் உயர்ந்ததால் இவர் பேரழகு அப்படின்னே சொல்லலாம். சோ சிறப்புரை வழங்குவதற்காக லெட்ஸ் வெல்கம் our district Rotaract representative elect Rotaractor past president Gautam Raj.
Thank you so much, Raf. Okay, chief guest of the day, Rotarian Sridhar sir, district governor. Guest of honor Shesha sir, Rotaractor and Rotarian. DRCC, Rotaractor past president Kamil, DRR elect, Rotaractor past president Dinesh Kumar, DRS, and Rotaractor past president Esiki Segar, chairman of the event, Rotaractor past president Kavya Reddy, Rotaractor past president Nandini, secretary and co-chairman, president, secretary, district official, board members, and Rotaractors. Good evening to all present here. First of all, congratulations to entire team. So in the pandemic la வந்து இந்த ஈவெண்ட் வந்து எஸ்சிக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப பிசிக்கல்ல பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி என்கிட்ட பேசிட்டு இருந்தான். ஸோ கண்டிப்பா பண்ணுவோம்னு நினைச்சிட்டு இருந்தேன். லாஸ்ட் மினிட்ல வந்து இது வந்து ஆன்லைன் ஈவெண்ட்டா மாறிச்சு. ஆன்லைன் ஈவெண்ட்டா மாறினாலும் வந்து என்கிட்ட சொன்ன ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம், நான் பெஸ்டா டெலிவரி பண்ணுவேன், ஆன்லைனோ ஆஃப்லைனோ ஐ மீன் பிசிக்கல் ஈவெண்ட்டோ இதாக இருந்தாலும் நான் பெஸ்டா டெலிவரி பண்ணேன்னு சொன்னா. ஸோ அந்த டே வந்துருச்சு. கண்டிப்பா நீ பெஸ்டா டெலிவரி பண்ண, ஆல் தி பெஸ்ட் அண்ட் கங்க்ராச்சுலேஷன் என்டையர் அசம்பிளி டீம். ஸோ சேஞ்ச் கண்டிப்பா இந்த அசம்பிளில ஒரு சேஞ்ச் இருக்குன்றதை நான் நம்புறேன். அண்ட் ஐ ஸ்டார்டட் மை ரோட்ராக் கரியர் இன் அசம்பிளி தான். ஸோ எஸ்ஐக்கு சொன்ன மாதிரி எஸ்ஐக்கு 9 இயர்ஸ் ஆச்சு. ஸோ ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒரு மாதிரி எனக்கு ஒரு 4 இயர்ஸ்லேயே வந்து அசம்பிளி சேர்மன் ஆகிறதுக்கு ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கிடைச்சிச்சு. ஸோ நான் பாஸ்ட் அசம்பிளி சேர்மன். ஸோ அதை முடிச்சுட்டு இப்போ வந்து நான் வந்து என்னோட 8th இயர்ல வந்து நான் ரோட்ராக்ல வந்து டிஆர்ஆர் எலெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கேன். ஸோ அது வந்து எல்லாமே ஸ்டார்ட் ஆனது வந்து என்னோட அசம்பிளில தான். ஸோ என்னோட அசம்பிளியும் அதே மாதிரி தான், கிரிஷன் அசம்பிளில தான். அவர் சொன்ன மாதிரி தான் நான் லாஸ்ட்ல உட்காந்துட்டு இருந்தேன். எனக்கு வர்றதுக்கு 9 இயர்ஸ் ஆச்சு அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொன்னாரு. அதே மாதிரி தான் நானும் அவரு அசம்பிளியை பார்த்து இன்ஸ்பயர் ஆகி தான் இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல நிக்கிறேன். ஸோ அசம்பிளி வந்து ஒரு ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஒரு ஈவெண்ட். ஸோ இந்த நீங்க இன்னைக்கும் நாளைக்கு இந்த 2 days நீங்க ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்றது, இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ற டைம் வந்து கண்டிப்பா உங்களுக்கு ஒரு பெரிய பெனிஃபிட்ஸ் கொடுக்கும். அண்ட் நிறைய விஷயம் நீங்க கத்துக்கலாம் அசம்பிளில. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நிறைய நடந்திருக்கும் பெட்ஸ் அண்ட் செட்ஸ். பட் அசம்பிளில கத்துக்கிற விஷயத்த வந்து நம்ம இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா கண்டிப்பா இந்த பெனிஃபிட்ஸ் வந்து உங்க இயர் ஃபுல்லா உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கும். அண்ட் ஆல் தி பெஸ்ட் டீம். அண்ட் எலிவேட் ரோட்ராக் பத்தி மட்டும் பேசிட்டு ஒரு 2 minutes பேசிட்டு நான் கிளம்பிடுறேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எலிவேட் ரோட்ராக் பத்தி எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும். இந்த வருஷம் நம்ம நிறைய வந்து அதுல ஒர்க் பண்ண வேண்டியது இருக்கு. நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் வந்து காலேஜ் பேஸ் அண்ட் கம்யூனிட்டி பேஸ் ஈச் மெம்பர்ஸ் ஷுட் பே $5 or $8. ஸோ கண்டிப்பா அது வந்து நம்மளுக்கு பெரிய இம்பாக்ட் கிரியேட் பண்ணும். ஏன்னா நம்ம வேர்ல்ட் லார்ஜஸ்ட் இப்போ சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஸோ அதை சேஞ்ச் பண்றதுக்கு, ஸோ இவங்க வேர்ல்ட் லார்ஜஸ்டா இருக்காங்க, கண்டிப்பா இவங்க கிட்ட நிறைய எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி நிறைய சேஞ்சஸ் இருக்குது நம்ம டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்ல. ஸோ அதை வந்து நிறைய நோட் பண்ணதுனால இந்த எலிவேட் அந்த மாதிரி விஷயம்லாம் நிறைய வந்திருக்கு. ஸோ இந்த வருஷம் வந்து நம்ம வந்து பிரசிடென்ட் செக்ரட்டரிஸ் ஒன்னா சேர்ந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணணும். ஸோ இதுக்கு இன்னைக்கு நாளைக்கு செஷன்ல மோஸ்டா உங்களுக்கு எலிவேட் ரோட்ராக் பத்தி எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுவாங்க வர ஸ்பீக்கர்ஸ். ஸோ இந்த ஒரு வருஷம் வந்து நம்ம ஃபுல்லா என்ன பெஞ்ச் மார்க் செட் பண்றோமோ அதை வச்சுதான் நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் வந்து ரோட்ராக் எந்த அளவுக்கு நம்ம எடுத்துட்டு போவோம், நம்ம வேர்ல்ட் லார்ஜஸ்டா இருப்போமா அப்படின்றது நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் நீங்க ஒர்க் பண்றதுல மட்டும் தான் இருக்குது. கண்டிப்பா வித் கைடன்ஸ் ஆஃப் ரொட்டேரியன்ஸ் ஸ்ரீதர் சார் அண்ட் நந்தகுமார் சார், சேஷா சாரோட நம்ம பெஸ்டா டெலிவர் பண்ணணுன்றதை நம்புறேன். ஆல் தி பெஸ்ட் அண்ட் கங்க்ராச்சுலேஷன் என்டையர் டீம். தேங்க்யூ. தேங்க்ஸ் ஃபார் தி ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி.
Before that, we welcome the presence of Rotarian District Governor nominee Ravi Raman sir. Thank you so much for joining with us, sir.
A powerful personality aligned with leadership and confidence has the power to uplift. Thank you, District Rotaract Representative-elect Rotaract Past President Gautam Raj, for your encouraging words. Moving forward, now I shall invite DRR Rotaract Past President Kamwil along with the assembly team to come forward for the souvenir launch.
We are happy and privileged to launch our District Rotaract Assembly souvenir change.
Thank you so much, Surya Prakash and the entire team of editorial board for launching the souvenir of annual District Rotaract Assembly change in a very short span. So ஒரு விஷயம் கொடுத்த உடனே பண்ணி சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா ஆன் டைம்ல லான்ச் பண்ணதுக்கு கிரெடிட்ஸ் டு த என்டையர் டீம் ஆஃப் எடிட்டோரியல் போர்ட். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் அண்ட் மூவ் ஃபார்வர்ட் டு த எம்சி.
Yes, thank you team. Thank you so much, the entire assembly team and district Rotaract representative, Rotaract past president Kamwil. Thank you one and all. So next வந்து ஒரு முக்கியமான பர்சனை வந்து இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ண போறாங்க. So he is the guest of honor for the today's event. So அவரை பத்தி சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா, இரக்க நெஞ்சினை, இனிய முகத்தினை, உறக்கும் நோக்கினை, புனித வாக்கினை, பரந்த குணத்தினை கொண்ட ஒரு பண்பாளர், எல்லாருக்குமே பரிச்சயமான ஒருத்தர். அவரை அறிமுகப்படுத்துவதற்காக ஐ வெல்கம் அசோசியேட் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் ரொட்ராக்ட் ரெப்ரசன்டேட்டிவ், ரொட்ராக்ட் பாஸ்ட் பிரசிடென்ட் அர்ஜுன் சாரதி.
I guess I'm audible. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you. First of all, a very good evening to one and all present here in one of the largest assemblies of Rotaract District 3232. I'm very happy and elated to introduce the guest of honor for today, Rotarian Sesha Sai M. He was the pioneer who began the bubble top can era in Chennai in 1994. He partnered with the beverage giant Coca-Cola to manufacture and distribute Kinley water and successfully promoted it as the largest mineral water factory in 2003 in Asia. He was also the distributor of Nokia phones. We all know, all of us would have started our mobile phone handling with Nokia, and he was one of the pioneers in distributing Nokia phones in India, and he also bagged the award for the best distributor in India in 2009. Besides this, he is an eminent professor. He was an eminent professor at Satyasai Institute of Higher Learning, teaching marketing and rural entrepreneurship for the management students from 2012 to 2015. Apart from this, he's pursuing his dream of educating children in agriculture, who will become the backbone of the country later, through Farm Guru, which is an initiative started by him and is carrying it out successfully. He was also a part of Roundtable and became the chairman of the country. He was honored as the best Rotarian for the Rotary Club of Madras during the year 2018. He was the past secretary of Rotary Club of Madras during the year 2019 and 20. He received the Polestar Award for the best secretary for the Rotary district and also was honored with the best Youth Service Director Award in 2017 and 2018 for the Rotary District 3232. He served as a treasurer for Honorary Council Association, and he's also a part of the Honorary Council of Republic of Seychelles of South India, and he was elevated to become the member in 2017. He is the District Rotaract Council Chairman for the year 2021-22, and we are very happy to have such an energetic and person with a smiling and positive approach all the time. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Enthusiasm, empowerment, exemplariness. This defines the upcoming speaker for the day. I'm really glad to call upon the people's favorite, who is filled with positivity and energy all the time. The District Rotaract Committee Chairman, Rotarian Retractor Sesha Sai, I request you to address the gathering for the day.
Namaskaram to everybody. I guess the usual greetings which I wanted to kind of a pass on. I have done about 54 installations as of now in these 2 months, and everywhere I had passed on the message about Namaskaram. Once again, I would like to re-emphasize the meaning of Namaskaram, which actually means I see divinity in you and I bow to the divinity in front of me. So there is a foundation of youth. It is your mind, it is your talents, the creativity you bring to your life and lives of people you love. When you learn to tap this source, you will truly have defeated the age. Dear brother Governor J. Sridhar, he's already online, so put him as a co-host, please. My co-honorary counsel, Mrs. Suhasini, DRR past President Kamuvel, a hardworking, amazing gentleman. Rotarian past President Dinesh Kumar, loving and friendly Rotaractor. He's been amazing support to me in everything. Past President Esaki Shekhar, looks like he's going to be our future DRR2 or smile pandanga. Okay, right? And we have IPP Nandini. She's been amazing in a lot of things. I have seen her work. Her work has been outstanding and phenomenal in spite of all the pandemic situations. We have past President Kavya Reddy. It was her birthday yesterday. I forgot to wish her. So belated happy birthday, Kavya. And your smile has been so contagious, to a lot of people. And I'm glad that you are the MC or, you're part of this amazing program as a chairperson. Then we have past President Meera. All the other Rotaractors from the district, and special mention to my co-Rotaractors from Rotaract Club of Zenith. From a Rotarian, I have become a Rotaractor. And thanks to Zenith, because they accepted me as a Rotaractor. In fact, I would like to talk about a little on that. When Rotarian Venki, who's the RI director, in one of the speeches was saying that the age rule has been removed for Rotaractors. I raised my hand and asked him, sir, in that case, can I become a Rotaractor? For which he said, at that point in the chat, about 4 or 5 other Rotaract clubs had come forward and said, we will kind of take you in our club. And one such club is Zenith. And since I had a close association in their amazing event called MOM, I became a Rotaractor in Zenith, and I'm very, very proud of it. So coming back to the things about Elevate Rotaract, like Gautam had said, this year we need to take our things forward and our events forward in such a way that our upcoming Rotaractors are not having any hassles. So this $5 or $8, if we can raise a part of it in this year by doing some fundraising, that will be an amazing feat by all you people, like helping the future. So I'm going to do a few events. To start with, I wanted to do the New College Rotaract Club, where we want to do a fundraising and collect money in such a way that the future Rotaractors are benefited from this kind of a fund. So there will not be much of a complication on how to raise the fund. Each club can raise funds and kind of pass it on to the juniors. So I think that impact we can create, there will not be much of a decrease of what we all fear, that a lot of people might leave Rotaract because of $5. But sometimes it's amazing to me also that you guys spend so much money on your pizza and burgers. So 450 rupees should not be a great difficulty, is what I think. Second part is that, welcome brother Sridhar. I can see you smart and yeah, welcome. The second part which I wanted to talk about is, please use the global fund, and please partner yourself with your any Rotary club, more so with your parent club, because once you have done it for the first time, from then on, you have the opportunity to raise huge funds to do a great project. And the third I wanted to talk about is that there's a lot of connectivity this year, in the sense, all of us have become one family. And I think, that's because, a lot of love and affection is showed by a lot of Rotaractors. Whenever I go for any installation, I've made sure that, there's a lot of love and affection which is being shared with all of us. So let's not have any misunderstandings this 1 year. Let's all together raise and fight to make sure that we all are together, so that, we have a phenomenal governor. You will not believe, not just his knowledge, is very friendly, down to earth. And he always says, it is not the district which is very important. It is the individual club which is very important. Some of the projects, innovative projects which you people have been doing are just outstanding. I cannot even believe such thinking will come to the older generation like us, especially the Rotarians. You people have to teach us the innovation, and more so the frugal innovation, because it is very, very necessary. The Rotary International has kind of understood this issue, and they have elevated Rotaract. And like Kamuvel always says, the parent club and Rotaract Club have become friends from last year onwards. So please continue to become friends, and please, all of you, my humble request is to work together and make sure that we all go to great heights, and we will make our governor really very happy by the end of his tenure. Anbilar ellam tamakuriyar, anbudayar endrum uriyar pirarku is a beautiful, Tirukkural. So before I leave, I would like to say vanakkam to all the Rotaractors who have given so much of love and affection. I am a complete changed man this year, and I have dedicated my 1 year to make sure all of you are into this togetherness. And thank you once again. Vanakkam to all of you. Vanakkam, like I always say, has a very beautiful meaning. In Vanakkam, there is a particular syllable called Ak, which has got 3 dots. And in my opinion, it means the 2 eyes of mine is looking at the divine eye of yours. And Vanakkam to all of you. என்னுடைய 2 கண்கள் உங்களுள் இருக்கும் அந்த நெற்றிக்கண்ணான கடவுளை பார்த்து நான் வணங்குகிறேன். நன்றி. Thank you for this opportunity. Let's have a great assembly. God bless you all.
தேங்க்யூ சார், தேங்க்யூ சோ மச். நமஸ்காரத்துல தொடங்கி வணக்கத்துல முடிச்ச உங்களுடைய உரை ரொம்பவும் அழகு, ரொம்பவுமே சிறப்பு. டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் ரோட்ராக் கமிட்டி சேர்மன் ரொட்டேரியன் சேஷா சாய் அவர்களை கௌரவிப்பதற்காக ஐ ரெக்வெஸ்ட் ஆர் டிஆர்ஆர் ரோட்ராக்டர் பாஸ்ட் பிரசிடென்ட் காமவேல் அண்ட் அசம்பிளி சேஞ்ச் சேர்மன் ரோட்ராக்டர் பாஸ்ட் பிரசிடென்ட் எஸ்கி சேகர்.
Thank you so much, Shesha sir. Always been great support for Rotaract movement and for us also. And இந்த ஒரு அசம்பிளில நிறைய விஷயங்கள் கன்ஃபார்ம் பண்றதுக்கும் சார் தான் பெரிய ஹெல்ப் பண்ணாங்க. அண்ட் 2 கீநோட் ஸ்பீக்கருமே இன்னைக்கு இந்த அசம்பிளி ஒண்டர்ஃபுல்லா நடக்க போகுதுன்னா அந்த 2 கீநோட் ஸ்பீக்கருமே கன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணி கொடுத்தது சேஷா சாய் சார் தான். தேங்க்யூ சோ மச் சார். பிகாஸ் இது நான் ஒர்க் பண்ணேன்றதை தாண்டி சார் வந்து அவரோட ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி எடுத்து கம்ப்ளீட்டா இதை நான் முடிக்கணும், என்னோட ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி பிரதர், உங்களை விட நான் அதிகமா இது எடுத்துக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நிறைய விஷயங்கள் அவர் எடுத்து இந்த விஷயத்துல ஒர்க் பண்ணாங்க. அண்ட் மோர் தென் 40 ஸ்பீக்கர்ஸ் we were trying on but we were tried but ஒரு 2 வண்டர்ஃபுல்லான ஸ்பீக்கரை வந்து எங்களுக்காக ரெடி பண்ணி ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணி கொடுத்ததுக்காக ரொம்ப ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸ் சார். இது வரைக்கும் இந்த அசம்பிளிக்காக கேட்டு எதுவுமே நோன் சொல்ல. தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் ஃபார் த வண்டர்ஃபுல் சப்போர்ட் சார். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ இந்த அசம்பிளில உங்களோட ஸ்பீச்சுக்கும் வண்டர்ஃபுல்லான ஒரு ஸ்பீச்சுக்கும் எங்களோட தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் சார்.
Thank you, team. On that note, I request District Governor Rotarian Sridhar, District Rotaract Representative Rotaract Past Kamwil, along with the Assembly team to come forward for the directory launch.
Okay, ஆல்ரெடி ஆக்சுவலி நம்ம சொல்லியிருந்தோம் அசம்பிளிலேயே மேக்ஸிமம் டைரக்டரி கொடுக்கலாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு பிளான் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. பட் அதுக்கான எல்லா விஷயங்களும் முடிஞ்சு அன்பார்ச்சுனேட்லி வி கான் டூ த அசம்பிளி இன் பர்சன். ஸோ அந்த ஒரு சூழ்நிலையால இன்னைக்கு லான்ச் மட்டும் பண்ணிட்டு அந்த அசம்பிளியோட மேக்ஸ் டு மேக்ஸிமம் இந்த மந்த் எண்டுக்குள்ள எங்க பிரசிடென்ட் செக்ரட்டரி எல்லாரையும் மீட் பண்றதுக்கான ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கிடைக்குதோ, தட் மீன்ஸ் செப்டம்பர் எண்டுக்குள்ள எங்க மீட் பண்ண ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கிடைக்குதோ அந்த இடத்துல டைரக்டரியை உங்க எல்லாருக்கும் இன் பர்சன்ல டெலிவரி பண்ணுன்றதுக்காக work பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க டைரக்டரி டீம். I request technical team kindly play the AV. ஸ்ரீதர் சார் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கவர்னர் இங்க இருக்கும்போது அந்த டைரக்டரி லான்ச் பண்ணும்போது ரொம்பவே பெருமையா இருக்கு. அண்ட் ஷேஷா சாய் சாரும் இங்க இருக்காங்க. I request technical team kindly play the AV for district directory. இதுதான் டைரக்டரியோட பிரிண்டட் காப்பி. ஒரு காப்பி ரெடி ஆகி வந்துருச்சு. ஸோ மொத்த காப்பியுமே ரெடி ஆகி சீக்கிரமே உங்க எல்லாருக்கும் டெலிவர் பண்றதுக்காக ஈகரா வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் ராம் தனுஷ் அண்ட் டைரக்டரி கோ சேர்மன் ஹரிஷ் from Rotary Madras. Thank you so much guys. Wonderful and assembly because டைரக்டரி டிசைன் பண்றதுக்குன்னு வெளியில கொடுத்து ஒர்க் பண்ணுவோம். பட் டைரக்டரி சேர்மனே இங்க டிசைனரா ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது கம்ப்ளீட்டா அந்த டைரக்டரி வண்டர்ஃபுல்லா டெலிவர் ஆகி அவரோட ட்ரீம் இப்படிதான் இருக்குன்ற மாதிரி நினைச்சிருந்த எல்லாத்தையுமே நிறைய இன்புட் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. தேங்க்யூ சோ மச் டைரக்டரி டீம்.
Yes, thank you one and all. We have one more launch. I request District Governor Rotarian Sridhar sir and District Rotaract Representative Rotaract Past President Kamwil and Assembly team to launch the kit.
I have great pleasure in releasing the Conference Assembly kit to all of you this evening. Thank you very much. All the best to all of you.
Thank you, team. Moving forward, now I shall request DRR Special Representative, Rotaractor Past President Arun Karthik to kindly step forward to introduce our chief guest for the day, following which we shall witness a video presentation for the same.
Good evening, all. I feel for honor and privilege to introduce the chief guest for the day, our DC Rotarian Sridhar sir. Rotarian hails from Melshan Kuppam from Ambur. He did his schooling in Ambur and was recognized by RC of Ambur as a school topper in his 10th standard in the year 1977. He was a student of the last batch of PUC at Sacred Heart College, Tirupattur. He went to complete his mechanical engineering from Government College of Engineering, Salem in 1984 and later his MBA. Then began a brilliant career in the automotive engine cooling systems. He first joined as a graduate engineering trainee at Western Thomson India, a British joint venture company manufacturing thermostats for automotive engines, and respected member of the board of Western Thomson of the company business. A few years later, he joined Mughal Engineering Private Limited, a part of Western Thomson Group of UK as its CEO. And during his tenure of 10 years, the company has seen its sales go up sixfold. His work found appreciation from the automotive major Mahindra & Mahindra, with a prestigious award, Accepting No Limits, which is an individual who go out for the way to provide engineering solutions to extremely difficult problems. In a career spanning over 34 years, he has become an active and a well-respected member of the Apex Automotive Body, Automotive Components Manufacturer Association of India, having been a member of the board, zonal chairman, and other special assignments. Like many of us, he also believes in giving back to the society, and that has motivated him to be the part of Ambur Hindu Education Society College Trust as trustee. But in his quest for professional success, he has not forgotten his family responsibilities. Rotarian Sridhar joined Madras Industrial City in September 2000 and was the president during 2006-07. As a president, his outstanding performance brought to his club prestigious Rotary Action Trophy Gold for the overall performance. In the same year, the club was also recognized with the special flag for the highest per capita contribution for the annual fund of the Rotary Foundation. He has been instrumental in setting up 15 hospitals across India, serving nearly for 50,000 eye operations each year. He started a scholarship program called UDAN for marginalized children over the last 10 years. 1,000 scholarships has been given. He has been shouldering many responsibilities at the district level as Assistant Governor Admin, Director International Service, GAC Selection Committee member, District Conference Secretary. But more than all this, his passion for pets has gone to the responsibility in pets at last 4 times in Bangkok, Singapore, multi-district pets in Colombo as secretary, and the last one is being the pets at Dubai in 2018. He was associated with the Zonal Rotary Institute in Bangkok as Assistant Secretary in 2010, and his services were gently admired by the top RI leaderships. He was also part of the training facilitation team in Dubai Rotary Institute 2016. He's a major donor level 2 with his contribution in excess of $25,000 to the TRF and a benefactor to the Rotary Foundation, and his family members all Paul Harris Fellows. He will serve as the district governor of RID 3232 of 5,000 plus Rotarians spread over 133 Rotary clubs. He aims to make Rotary more enjoyable during Rotary year 21-22, while he plans to serve change lives. We are honored to have you as such a big profile and very much honored to welcome you over here. Thank you.
I'm able to hear you very well.
Thank you very much. For a change, I thought I will stay on open area. And Commonwealth always look for environment. And Commonwealth was introduced with all the Bay of Bengal, waves. Then I thought, open Commonwealth function. So I thought I'll take this opportunity to do that. District Rotaract representative, Rotaractor past President Commonwealth, Rotaractor past President Dinesh Kumar, the District Rotaract Secretary, Rotaractor past President Isaki Sega, the chairman of the District Assembly for Rotaractors Change, Rotaractor IPP Nandini, the Secretary for the District Assembly Change, Rotaractor PP Kavya Reddy, we co-chairwomen for Change, and the District Empower Rotaract Committee Chair, Rotarian M. Sashishai from Rotary Club Madras, and my dear friends in Rotary, dear Rotaractors, and more than anything else, fellow human beings from this part of the world. Good evening to all of you. Been a great pleasure for me to be with all of you in the Change District Rotaract Assembly. I'm very much fascinated by the name Change for a simple reason. Every one of us this year is a change maker, Rotarian, Chainmaker Rotaractors. I would like to just start my address with a few important points which I thought every Rotaractor here need to understand. In Rotary International, there are districts available, 534. Out of 534 districts, 3232 is one among the districts. We are known as Rotary District 3232. In the Rotary District, we have Rotary clubs and Rotaract clubs. There are, as I said earlier in one of your meetings, Rotary and in Rotary International, Rotary Club and Rotaract clubs are two eyes of Rotary International. There is no way there is a Rotaract District 3232. I think I've made many times this point across to your Rotaractors for reasons best known to your Rotaract leadership, which need to be apprised once again today. We need to know that there's only Rotary District and not a Rotaract District. Let's change our point on that definitely from now at least. I request all of you who are participating here would like to understand there is no Rotaract district in the world. It is only Rotary district in the world. Okay, with that, I complete the statutory requirement which need to be told to every one of you. And you know, in the Council of Legislation in Rotary International, in the year 2020, it was decided that Rotaractors need to be empowered. The Rotary Board can decide empowerment of Rotaractors, but who has to get convinced about it? It is you, every one of the Rotaractor who is here, who is participating in this more than 2,500 Rotaractors here. You need to be understand. You need to be clear that you need to be empowered. Empowerment comes in few aspects. Empowerment comes in, the first aspect is you are no less than a Rotarian is in the Rotary International. I repeat, every Rotaractor is not less than any Rotarian in the Rotary International's mind. What we are trying to say is Rotaract used to be part of the youth service until last year, has been shifted off now from July 2020 to type of clubs. That is what your Rotaract Empowerment Committee Chair, Rotarian M. Sashish, has said. He can be a Rotaractor too. That's what it is. We are encouraging more and more of Rotaractors to join the Rotary clubs. Why not the other side is what Rotarian Sashish was asking me. So, first of all, be clear that you are no less than a Rotary club or a Rotarian. There's structurally in the Rotary International, there is only one district, District 3232, Rotary International District 3232, of which Rotaract clubs and the Rotary clubs are part of it. I am stressing this point very much for a simple reason that even though I've been talking on this subject for the last 6 to 7 months, it has not reached the Rotaract clubs. Could be the reason that I may be responsible to propagate this, which I have not done it properly in my mind. That is why I took all your contacts from District Rotaract Representative Commonwealth only yesterday, and I want to write all of you on this empowerment of Rotaractors, what we are looking at. Empowerment comes not just by thinking that we are empowered. Empowerment comes not just like that, but it also comes with certain responsibilities. I know Rotarian Sashish, I was talking about the $5 and $8 subscription from next year. But in my mind, before the year closes, I will put in my best effort to see that none of you are not going to leave without paying the subscription, for which certain new programs I'm trying to design and work out with your Rotaract Council to make it happen. That is in your hands and your DRR hands to come close to the district administration and work and get it done soon. Next point. The Rotary International said the empowerment comes not just by giving them the status of a separate clubs. They also said you need to give them the responsibility of managing the district in every committee of the district. That is why if you see, former Rotaractors are in administration, Current Rotaractors are in every avenue of service committees, including the 5 avenues of service and the focus areas. I never wanted the Rotaractors to be technical assistants to the Rotary clubs anymore. My sincere request is, you are now empowered. You are a separate type of clubs, and you can do what you want to do. Visit www.rotary.org, understand where Rotaract is moving now, and try to equip yourself with all the requirement of the Rotary's new empowerment policies for Rotaractors. I've been signing Rotaract applications in the last 1 month, 1.5 months, many. All these Rotaract clubs, which has been erstwhile Rotaract clubs, have not been continued due to procedural reasons. That is what I would request now Commonwealth to concentrate to get back all the Rotaract clubs into the fold again. I also would urge every Rotaract club to improve your membership. So far, there was no special drive for improving our membership in the past because Rotaract was always kept as an optional subject, like how you study and then you leave the portion for the syllabus in the exam. The same way, the Rotarians used Rotaractors the way they wanted it and left without a strong future for the Rotaractors. Now I'm ready for a game with all the Rotaractors to empower you, to give you all the opportunities what Rotary International want you to do, to give all the support for training and development of Rotaractors and Rotaract clubs to make good in this world. That is one of the steps we have taken this year. No Rotary global grant application from this district will be approved by the district governor unless otherwise there is a Rotaract club is involved in that. This is a very strong decision which was being opposed by many of the past RA leaders of this district, and the future leaders are also not keen on that. While I was very keen to say that we are going to go for about 50 to 60 global grant this year from the Rotary Foundation. At least 50 to 60 Rotaract clubs will be involved in all these global grants. And I want you to taste the true sentiment of Rotary through the Rotary Foundation and all the programs what Rotary Foundation is giving. I request all of you to work with your parent club, sponsoring club, or with the district directly. I am prepared to allocate you as a partnering club in the global grant applications which are being forwarded by the Rotary clubs. This is one step I would like to do. The second step, you always do a lot of things as Rotaract clubs and trying to make a difference to the community, to make a difference to the community and the society around you. And there is an opportunity for all of you now that we need to focus on the Rotary's focus areas. By empowerment, you're also coming under the fold of the Rotary International to say that we are aligned with the focus areas of Rotary International, not for the focus areas which the governor wants. Governor does not have any focus area this year. Rotary International's focus area or the focus area for the district, and I do not have any project which is going to be the district project per se in this year. Every project related to the focus areas of the district will be part of the whole program for every Rotary club and a Rotaract club. The times are gone now. The colleges are in full swing. You have all started your Rotaract club activities. Now we are coming to an end of August. It means 10 months are only left out for us to create the real difference to the people. In the next 10 months, we need to make things happen, what was supposed to happen in the 12 months' time. Hence, I am sending you a letter very soon, the next 2 to 3 days' time, with a copy to the DRR. And I want you all to fill up that information and share it with the district administration, your DRR. And obviously, it will come to me as well. And after that, we will find ways and means to help you to do a great project, impactful projects, very, very sensitive projects in this Rotary here. And I would like to now tell you on one important thing which Rotary is talking about over a period of time. I want every one of you to go through Rotary as a biblical way. I request you to understand Our core values of Rotary International: service, fellowship, diversity, integrity, and leadership. If you are going to follow this, the core values of Rotary International under the motto service above self through sustainable projects, I can tell you, you have made a greater impact in your communities and society. I look forward to meet smaller group of clubs, of 20 clubs, 15 clubs, either on a virtual platform or in person, along with your DRR and your committees. And we will discuss way forward to make a stronger Rotaract organization in this part of the world. And you will definitely have a great opportunity to serve the world, serve to change the lives around us. Thank you very much for this great opportunity. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to meet all of you soon in person. Thank you.
Versatility and authenticity are the keys to success, and that's where a real progress begins. Thank you, District Governor Rotarian Sridhar, for setting a spellbound example for us today and motivating us to pursue our goals in Rotaract. It was indeed a delight hearing from you. Now, I shall call upon District Rotaract Representative, Rotaract Past President Kamuil, along with the Assembly Chain Chairman, Rotaract Past President Esaki Shekhar, to felicitate our Chief Guest as a token of gratitude.
Thank you so much, District Governor Sridhar sir. எப்பவுமே ஒரு பெரிய சப்போர்ட் ரோட்ராக்ட் மூவ்மெண்ட்ல ரோட்ராக்டுக்காக நிறைய ஒர்க் பண்ற நிறைய விஷயங்கள் இனிஷியேட்டிவ் எடுத்துட்டு வர்றது வந்து டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கவர்னர் ஸ்ரீதர் சார். ரொம்ப வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி இருந்தே ரொம்ப ஒரு ஒரு மோர் தென் 15 இயர்ஸ் வந்து ரோட்ராக்டர்ஸ் கூட கனெக்ட்ல இருக்கிற ஒரு ரொட்டேரியன். அண்ட் ரோட்ராக்ட்ல எந்த விஷயம்னாலும் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ல நிக்கிற ஒரு ரொட்டேரியன் இன்னைக்கு எனக்கு நமக்கு டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கவர்னரா இருக்கான்றப்போ ரொம்பவே ஹாப்பியா இருக்கு. அண்ட் ரோட்ராக்ட் மூவ்மெண்ட்டை ஒரு நெக்ஸ்ட் லெவல்ல பார்க்கணும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிற ஒரு டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கவர்னர். ஸோ நம்மளுக்காக எந்த ஒரு இடத்துலயுமே சப்போர்ட் அப்படின்றதையும் கேட்கும்போது இல்லைன்னு சொல்றாம பண்ற ஒரு ரொட்டேரியன். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் சார். ஆல்வேஸ் ரோட்ராக் அப்படின்ற மூவ்மெண்ட்டுக்காக ஒரு பெரிய சப்போர்ட்டா எப்பவுமே இருக்கிறதுக்காக. அண்ட் கண்டிப்பா உங்களோட விஷன் நம்மளோட விஷன் கண்டிப்பா இங்க இருக்கிற எல்லாரோட விஷனா இருக்கும். அது ரோட்ராக் வந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் லெவல்ல இருக்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு 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 ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டியை வந்து நம்ம எல்லாருக்காகவும் கிரியேட் பண்ணி கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னதா இருக்கட்டும். அண்ட் ஒரு ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் என்ன அப்படின்னா, ஆல்ரெடி நிறைய ரோட்ராக் கிளப்ஸ் பேரண்ட் கிளப் கிட்ட அப்ரோச் பண்ணி குளோபல் கிராண்ட்காக பேச ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. ஸோ அது உங்ககிட்ட இங்க ஷேர் பண்றதுல ரொம்பவே ஹாப்பியா இருக்கு. அண்ட்
தேங்க்யூ Kamuil, thank you very much.
கண்டிப்பா சார். அண்ட் மோர் தென் தட் இன்னும் நிறைய விஷயங்கள் 7 ஏரியா ஃபோக்கஸ்லயும் நிறைய பேர் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. இந்த வருஷம் என்விரான்மெண்ட் ரிலேட்டடாகவும் நிறைய கிளப்ஸ் ப்ராஜெக்ட் எடுத்திருக்கிறதும் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. அண்ட் இது எல்லாமே கண்டிப்பா வித் யுவர் சப்போர்ட் கண்டிப்பா இன்னும் ஒண்டர்ஃபுல்லான ஒரு இயரை டெலிவர் பண்ணுவோன்றதை அக்செப்ட் பண்றேன் சார். அண்ட் தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் ஃபார் coming and gracing this wonderful occasion. Thank you so much.
Kamuil, I left on point. I need to tell everyone, because a lot of congregation of 2,500 Rotaractors are here. The district conference of the Rotary International District 3232 is a conference comprising of all activities for Rotaractors and Rotarians together. You are not different. In the eyes of the Rotary International, Rotarians and Rotaractors are the same. So I'm going to work with all of you to make a great conference, not just a Rotaractors, not just a Rotarians. It is going to be a real district conference of 3232. And I look forward for all your support. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for the great opportunity for all the Rotaractors. கண்டிப்பா அதுல அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு பெரிய ஈவென்ட்ல ஒர்க் பண்ணி நிறைய Rotaractors இங்க இருந்து நிறைய லேர்ன் பண்ணிப்பாங்கன்றதை நம்புறேன். Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Brother Sridhar. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, team. Before moving forward, I would like to recognize the valuable presence of the District Governor nominee Rotarian Viraman, District Advisor Rotarian Rotaractor PDR Dhanapuri, District Mentor Rotarian Rotaractor PDR Girish Ishwaran for their presence. We are glad to have you amongst us, and thank you for joining us in a big day.
Yes.
Sorry for the interrupt. Thank you so much for joining PDR Dhanapuri and PDR Girish and Rotarian Raghuraman sir and wonderful Rotarians from various club, Rotarian from Madhavaram club, and also few Rotarians also joining for our Rotaract assembly. Thank you so much all the Rotarians who are all joined in this virtual assembly. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, District Rotaract Representative, Rotaract Past President Kamuil, and thank you, Aspia. நன்றி மறப்பது நன்றென்று அப்படிங்கிற வள்ளுவனின் வாக்குக்கு இணங்க அடுத்ததாக நன்றி உரை வழங்குவதற்காக I request District Rotaract Secretary, Rotaract Past President Dinesh Kumar.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vignesh.
There are no words that can express my thank you. If words could be hugs, I would be sending you a tons. Because, as my boss in Rotaract always says, the world's most beautiful things can't be seen by mere eyes, but can be felt by heart. On that note, Chief Guest of the Day, District Governor Rotarian Sridhar J. Sir, one person whom I admire for his knowledge and understanding about Rotary International. Thank you so much, sir, for your presence, and we hope we work under your guidance this year to deliver the best way possible. Thank you, DRR elect Gautam Raj, for taking your time out in attending all the meetings and making sure the team delivers the event in the best way possible. For this magnificent event, to be happening in such a grandeur manner, there are two people who have been instrumental in this. Those are the group coordinators, Rotaract past President Suresh and past President Ajay, along with a team of 12 GRRs. Almost 2.7 thousand people, 2,700 people, participants to this district Rotaract Assembly for the year 21-22. And most importantly, the heroes and heroines of the day, the presidents and secretaries of the individual clubs for giving such a huge participants. We are ever grateful and indebted to you all. To talk about that district assembly headed by Chairman Rotaract past President Siki Sekhar, Secretary Rotaract immediate past President Nandini, and Rotaract co-chairman Rotaract past President Kavya. We are doing a great job and delivering this event in the best way possible. Thank you so much. And you delivered the assembly in the intended way by the District Rotaract Council. Thank you all the district officials, assembly team members for making this event being delivered in the best way possible. Thank you so much the editorial board team for launching the souvenir, and the directory team for making sure the directory is being delivered on time. And the two beautiful MCs for the day, Rotaractor Vignesh and Rotaractor Ashpia, for being a pillar, for delivering this event in the best way possible. Saving the best for the last, I would really like to thank my boss in Rotaract, the guest of honor for the day, Rotarian, Honorable Rotaractor Sesha M. Sai sir, for being a pillar of support to the District Rotaract Council. He is one person who has been a motivating factor to me and the council as a whole, and helping us out in all times of need. I have earned an amazing friend, well-wisher, and most importantly, a mentor whom I can look up to all times. Thank you so much, sir, for your support right from the district assembly to the annual district Rotaract, district installation to the annual district Rotaract assembly, which is happening now. And finally, my dear brother, Rotaractor past President Kamwell, for entrusting me with the role of district Rotaract secretary. One person who trusts me more than I do, and one person who wants me to grow higher and higher more than what I want for myself. Thank you so much, Na, for all things you have done for me, and your efforts for the annual district Rotaract assembly is something tremendous. As I always say, there's a bigger stage awaiting for us. Thank you, and I'll definitely do my duty there. Until then, thank you so much for all the things you have been doing for the district Rotaract Council. And all these beautiful visuals, what you are seeing here, are done by beloved brother Rotaractor immediate past DRR Rotaractor Anbarasu and the magical man Purushot. Thank you so much, for helping us out, and never being an IPDRR, you have always been a friend to us. Thank you so much, now. And I would really like to thank DGN Rotarian Ravi Raman sir for attending the event and being the sweetest person to us. I would also like to thank the district advisor, Rotarian Rotaractor past President Danakodi, district mentor, Rotarian Rotaractor past President Girish Ishwaran, and district trainer, Rotaractor Munishwaran Anna, for gracing the occasion. On this note, this is for you all, Rotaractor past President Dinesh Kumar, district Rotaract secretary for the Rotary year 21-22, Rotary International District 3232, signing off. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, District Rotaract Secretary, Rotaractor past President Dinesh Kumar. இப்போ அடுத்ததா அந்த நிகழ்ச்சியினுடைய முக்கியமான அங்கம், அதாவது இந்த கீநோட் செஷன், அதுதான் நம்ம அடுத்ததா பார்க்க போறோம். அந்த செஷனை பத்தி ஒரு சின்ன கவிதை மட்டும் நான் உங்ககிட்ட பகிர்ந்துக்கணும் அப்படின்னு ஆசைப்படுறேன். அதாவது, கலையை உயிரினும் மேலாக நேசிக்கக்கூடிய ஒருத்தர், சாக்லேட் போன்ற தன்னுடைய இனிமையான குரலில் மனதில் உறுதி வேண்டும் என்ற நம்பிக்கையை விதைக்கும் வகையில் ரோட்ராக்ட் வரலாற்றில் இவரின் வருகை ஒரு புதிய சங்கமம் அப்படின்னே சொல்லலாம். நம் உள்ளங்களிலும் இல்லங்களிலும் கோபுரமாக வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருக்கும் இந்த சிந்து பைரவி இன்னும் எத்தனை ஆண்டுகள் ஆனாலும் இவரின் கோபுரங்கள் சாய்வதில்லை. அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு செஷன், அவங்களுடைய செஷனை தான் நம்ம அடுத்ததா பார்க்க போறோம். So I request the District Rotaract Assembly Change Chairwoman, Co-Chairwoman, Rotaractor Past President Kavya to moderate the session. Over to Kavya.
Thank you so much, MC. So we have with us today a supremely talented individual, and to give you a glimpse of her journey, she was born in a small town called Paramakudi in Raman district, Tamil Nadu, and she belongs to a traditional lawyer's family. She had her primary schooling in Paramakudi, and she completed her schooling in Sharda Vidyalaya, Chennai. She was the best outgoing student and all-rounder award winner during her days in Sharada Vidyalaya. She was also an athlete. She discontinued her BSc Physics to join a 3-year technical course on cinematography at the Madras Film Institute. She was the first girl student to graduate as a cinematographer from South India with first class and worked as a camera assistant and finished 3 films as a heroine during this time. And she also worked in 12 feature films. She has acted in more than 200 films in 4 different languages and won the Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Kerala State Awards 5 times for various films and won the President's Award for the Tamil film Sindhu Bhairavi in 1986. She has won 7 Filmfare Awards, 8 Cinema Express Awards, and 8 Film Fans Association Awards as Best Actress in all 4 languages. The internationally acclaimed Cannes Film Festival invited her to France for her outstanding performance in Vanaprastham, a Malayalam feature film, and this film won the National and Kerala State Award. She has also acted in an English language film called Stumble, which won National Award for the Best English Feature Film of the Year in 2003. She co-writes with her husband Maniratnam for some of his films and is one of the partners in the production company Madras Talkies and Madras Talkies Television. Her feature film Indra was shown at the International Film Festival at Delhi in 1996, and it has won her the Best Directors Award at the International Film Festival at Belarus. She has directed many more short and feature films and TV content. She has made a 45-minute public service film on empowerment for women for a UK-based NGO, ActionAid. She's a spokesperson for several NGOs like Banyan, Ability Foundation, and Mukti. She has hosted talk shows like Ladies Junction, which creates a platform for rural women to express themselves and discuss issues, thus empowering them. This talk show is a big success, having covered 65 towns and 320 episodes. She has also hosted Hasini Pesum Padam, Autograph, Gold Casio, and Weekend with the Stars. She continues to act in South Indian films after having acted in over 350 feature films. She has acted in a play which is directed, written, photographed, and acted by her. She has directed another play called I Am an Actor, Your Honor, a biography of her father, Charu Hassan. She started a trust called Naam Foundation in 2009, which works on empowering single women in Tamil Nadu. And right now, around 200 single women from Chennai and 63 from Virudhunagar are part of the Naam Trust benefactors. Naam Foundation completes 10 years this year. She has been heading the organizing committee of Chennai International Film Festival from 2010 until present day. And she has also been appointed as the Honorary Counsel for Luxembourg by the President of India in 2014. And she has written and produced 5 short films during this lockdown. And it gives me immense pleasure to be the moderator for this session and to have an opportunity to connect with you, ma'am. I now request the team to present the introduction video for our keynote speaker.
புதுவின் மீனாய் இவள் வந்தாளே ஆண் சிங்கங்கள் தலை தூக்கித்தான் தன்னை பார்க்கத்தான் இவள் நின்றாளே விழியால் எதையும் மொழிவாள் இவள் மொழிகள் கடந்தும் மொழிர்வாள் இவள் ஒளியாய் அழகாய் பொழிவாள் இவள் நிலவாய் நிலவாய் காய்கின்றாள் இளைஞர் கனவில் தினமும் இவள் பலரின் மனதில் மனமும் இவள் சிலரின் விழியில் பணமும் இவள் கரைகள் கடந்தே பாய்கின்றாள் மகாநதி 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 மகாநதி
Thank you so much, team. I request you to address the gathering.
Good evening, everybody. That was such a very, very touching and passionate and very humbling introduction for me. So thank you very much, Sai Garu, Sesha Sai Garu. I'm here because of him, and thank you so much for inviting me here. I wanted to talk about so many things to all these youngsters. Then I realized that there's so much that actually I should learn from them, because all of them are so efficient, and they have an agenda in place, and they have such good clarity about what is happening this evening. That itself is an inspiration for me. So congratulations to all of you, the Rotaract young people. நிறைய பேருக்கு வந்து என்னோட குழந்தைகளோட வயசு, சில பேருக்கு என்னோட பேர குழந்தைகளோட வயசு கூட இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். But I'm really taken aback and humbled, and it's admirable the way that you're conducting this, and it sounds so professional. Even the introduction of mine, to borrow from Mahanati, it's a beautiful idea. I wish it was true, everything was true, but I'll believe that all that you said is true about me. So that let's start on a very positive note. So I'm going to tell you a small, about 4-5 points that I kind of followed in my life. They might be my strong suits. Psychology experts and motivational speakers and people who will be life gurus will completely disagree with me when I say my strong suits have been my very responsible for my success. Because strong suit அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து ஒரு நம்மளோட strength அப்படின்னு நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம். Is it okay that I speak in Tamil a little bit? Is that okay?
Yeah, yes. Totally.
ஸ்ட்ராங் சூட்ஸ்னு ஒன்று சொல்லுவோம். அதெல்லாம் வந்து என்னோட பிளஸ் பாயிண்ட்ஸ் ஆர் என்னோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நினைப்போம். என்னுடைய ஸ்ட்ராங் சூட் என்ன அப்படின்னா, ஒரு பெரிய கிரைசிஸ்ல நான் கலங்க மாட்டேன். ஓகே, கலங்க மாட்டேன். எல்லாரும் கலங்கிட்டு இருக்கும்போது, ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கும்போது, ஐ வில் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ஸ்டெப் ஃபார்வர்ட் அண்ட் see how to go about my life. This happened to me when I was 12.5 years ago. 12.5 years of age. My father broke his back right in front of my eyes as I was trying to hold him or something like that. He was just going for a shower. எங்க ஊர்ல குளிக்க போறாரு. ஊர்ல எல்லாம் எப்படி இருக்கும், பாத்ரூம் பின்னாடி இருக்கும் இல்லையா, அந்த ஓப்பன் ஏரியால. அங்க போறதுக்கு முன்னாடி என்கிட்ட ஏதோ விளையாடிட்டு இருந்தாரு. என்னை பிடிச்சு இழுத்து ஏதோ he was teaching me self defense, and suddenly I heard a noise, clack அப்படின்னுட்டு his L4 L5 broke. Okay, so he lost sensation. இடுப்புல இருந்து sensation ஃபுல்லா போயிடுச்சு அவருக்கு. எனக்கு 12 வயசுனா எங்க அப்பாக்கு 42 வயசு. He's 30 years older to me. So 42 வயசுல spinal cordல there was a injury. It was not created by me, because he had a car accident in his late 20s or 30s, early 30s. But he became paralyzed. என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா, அப்ப வந்து I did not cry. I realized that something major is happening in my family. There's going to be a major change, and I was ready for the change. My father was taken in an ambulance in the middle of the night, because Madurai la irundhu varnom. Adula enga tata D Srinivasan and my mother Komalam, all three of them were taken to Erskine Hospital in Madurai. So with the 3 daughters, we were in Paramakudi. The ambulance met with an accident, and my mother and my grandfather were injured. My mother's entire netti was, it was split, and my father and grandfather enna theriyama vaaykulla vandu panjala adachaaru. Aduthathula she fainted. So so and madri, so all 3 of them were in hospital. My grandfather had only scratches. So at that time what happened was, my grandmother came from Madras, and she saw the situation, and she called my uncle, who was 19 years old, which is Kamal Hassan, asked him to come and take me to Madras. So ஒரு கிரைசிஸ்ல தான் my life changed, So I made the best use of it, because at that point my mother or my father, I was a burden for them, because both of them were in hospital, and they already had other 2 children to take care of. So I was sent away to Madras because there was nobody to take care of me. But on the crisis here, I was able to convert it into an advantage. And today, where am I? You tell me, because I came to Madras because of a crisis. So this is what I wanted to tell you. In my life, ஏதாவது ஒரு ப்ராப்ளத்தை வந்து ஒரு அட்வான்டேஜா எடுத்து மாத்திக்கணும். That is what I would like to tell you. Like, for example, we are going through a huge crisis right now. Whatever we wanted in life, we have right in front of us. Like, for example, we wanted time with our family, it is there. We wanted time with our friends, it is there. We wanted time to watch television, it was there. We wanted time for ourselves, it was there. I mean, for older people, we want to spend time with our children and wives and, the closer family, it is there. But are we happy? We wanted time to watch all the OTT shows and all the movies. எல்லாமே நம்ம முன்னாடி இருந்தாலும் we are unhappy because, it is always good to dream more than realizing your dream. Now we know that realizing our dream is terrible. We want to get out of the house and do something, different from whatever we are doing at home. So this is again a crisis. In the crisis, I'm glad that you're doing meetings like this and converting it into a positive approach to deal with the crisis. So this is my, okay, that's it. No more serious talk. And the other thing that I want to tell the youngsters is the time management. You have to, the busiest people always say they have time. People who are scared to take on more work say, I'm very busy. I have too many things to do. I don't think I'll be able to come there. There is a friend of mine in Germany. She calls me and, we were classmates in college. So she tells me she calls 30 people in Madras and they all say that they're very busy. But I'm the only person who says, I will make time for you. So she says, you're the most hardworking person in our group, but you make time. So that's what I want all of you to do. You do everything, but you still have time to do something better than whatever you're doing right away. So whatever you're doing is not as important as what you're going to do next. So Nala, don't, what do you say? Don't bury yourself with the present situation and present activities of yours. There's always something waiting outside. Adukku vandu time kudukanum. That is time management. The other thing is our tradition and our parents, especially advice from elders. You're all very lucky there is somebody who cares about you. I remember I was doing a life coach, a life kind of a course in Bangalore. And every day it was a 3-4 day course called advanced course about learning life. It's a philosophical way of understanding life. This was in my late 40s, early 50s or late 40s. Every day the course used to finish at 12:30 in the night or 11:30. So one day I got up and said, can we finish at least by about 10 o'clock, because I'm staying in my aunt's house, who's about 9 years older to me. And every day when I go back, she says, you can't come this late. I'm so worried about you. So why don't we change the timing? And you know what our coach said? You are so lucky. At this age, somebody cares about where you are and what you're doing and worried about you and waiting for you. So you all have somebody waiting for you at home, or caring about whatever you do. So remember that you're all lucky, that somebody is advising you, somebody cares about you, somebody wants you to do well. Ipo yaro vandu engita ketanga, when was the last time somebody told you that sky is the limit? 50 years, nobody told me sky is the limit. I think when I was 10 years old, somebody told me sky is the limit for you, Hasini. Go up, do whatever you want. Ipo yarum sollave maatengranga. So this is the time where people with experience and care and compassion towards you are telling you about life. And especially you road trackers and Rotarians are going to be telling you things about life where you want to say, yeah, I know everything. They're going again and again and again. Please don't be like that, because wisdom and the muttu pearls of wisdom vandu enga irundhu varum theriyadu. You're all lucky that, and catch it, really catch it. I'm not saying every youngster is bored of advices, but most of the youngsters don't. And then this generation gap should be taken off. There is, and my father always called it generation trap. It was not generation gap, So generation gap should be taken off. I'll give you a small incident. When we were young, when there was a wedding, the teenagers were more interested in the wedding than anybody else, because we will participate in everything. I still remember when I was married, my 12-year-old cousin came running when Mani and I were seated, and the kalyanam mudinja odane ella saapad poduvanga theriyuma. Appa and 12 vayas ponnu odi vanduchu enga kitta, 12-13 vayas ponnu odi vandu what is she, Maniyathimber, she called them Maniyathimber, because I'm akka, no, so Athimber, Maniyathimber, idhula endha dishes ella ungalku pidikum, He said, vada, jalebi, something, something, something. So, and then she asked, Hasnika, but I said, pachadi and, mormolaga and something like that. She took all those 3 dishes and dropped it on Mani's plate or the ele. And whatever Mani liked, she took all those 3 and put it on my plate. Life is going to be like this. And she went away. You know what I mean? How wise is that? What kind of wisdom is that for a 12-year-old? It is a custom. I'm not saying that she learned it, like Buddha, Madri, Bodhi Maratadila, she didn't get it. She's seen other people do it and she's done it. And it's the essence of marriage itself was explained to us by a 12-year-old. Whatever you like most, you have to give it away to your spouse. You should be ready to give it away to your spouse. That is the kind of generation, amalgamation is what I would love. So I want all of you to be like that, mingle with people of all ages. And you should take care of little children, take them and babysit them, so that they remember you as uncle and aunt, when they grow up. You don't know what all they will do. They might come and, help you out when you're in an old age home or when you have a little bit of a health problem. I'm just saying that, you babysat me, Akka, when I was 12 years old. I'm sure all of you are watching television. There is a Never Have I Ever no series poitirukku Amazon la paakringla yaravadu American. Adle the mother Nalini Purna, that girl, I babysat her for 4 days. Okay, she was from Ireland at that time. She came home and I looked after her. Today she's she's a Hollywood star, but she's so grateful to me because she says, Hasnika, you looked after me when I was a child. You see, you do something without even expecting anything. And later on, today I'm proudly saying a girl who's acting with Nicole Kidman. I'm sure you've seen her in Big Little Lies. She's the lawyer, so Purna, and she's also in Better Call Saul, the Breaking Bad or the other prequel or something like that. Adula, she's playing a lawyer, so that is what, it's amazing, what you do in life without expecting anything. And the other thing that I want to tell you is being ambitious. You work because you like your work. You study because you like your studies. You like your course. You don't study because you want to get the first mark. You don't study because you want to be first in the universe. You study because you love what you study. Similarly, in the work, you work because you love the work. Money will come, promotions will come, laurels will come, and you will be popular also, appreciated later. But if you wanted that popularity, I should be the one that everybody likes in the office. I should be the one who should be the, employee of the month. It's not going to happen. So these are the things that I wanted to tell you. And also have fun and respect and, be compassionate to people who are around you. There was a friend of mine who was telling me that we should start kindness, graceful, and gratitude. These are 3 things that I would like to start a kind of a movement. Kindness is, I'll give you an example. There is a middle-aged lady, my age group or little younger than me, much younger, 15 years younger. She goes to an ice cream shop, Baskin Robbins or Amadora, இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஷாப்புக்கு போறாங்க. போயிட்டு சின்ன குழந்தை எப்படி போகும்? She goes and says, can I have that chocolate ice cream? Can I have that this topping? Can I have that caramel? But this lady will say, give me a caramel chocolate. Give me that vanilla ice cream. And then the man will say, excuse me, how many? I told you 2 scoops, no, And is that all? That's all. How much is it? It's about 300 rupees. Yeah, 300 rupees. Give me this. Is this the attitude that you should have when you're eating ice cream, something that you really love? All of us love ice cream. There's not a single person in the world who hates ice cream. So when you're buying something or when you're getting something that you really love, you make such a, karburnu face and do it. Why can't you be kind to the person who's selling it? Similarly, why can't you be kind to somebody who's on the bus? Lift la போகும்போது எத்தனை பேர் பக்கத்துல இருக்கவங்கள பார்த்து சிரிச்சு ஹலோ சொல்றோம் நம்ம. இப்படி திருப்பிக்குவோம். ஏன்னா அவர் கொள்ள அடிச்சு நம்மள மொலஸ்ட் பண்ணி இல்ல நம்மள பிக் பாக்கெட் அடிச்சு இல்ல கழுத்துல இப்படி கத்திரி வச்சிருவார் மாதிரி சிரிக்கவே மாட்டோம். பட் நாங்க லேடிஸ் கொஞ்சம் சிரிச்சோம்னா அந்த மென் எல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் பின்னாடி வந்துருவாங்க. அது வேற பிரச்சனை. அது வேற இன்னொரு பிரச்சனை. But I think there is nothing wrong in smiling. You have a nice innocent smile without any agenda It'll be really nice. So that is I want all of you to follow this. Kindness to people who are working with you, your colleagues, your students, your teachers, people at home, your staff, and your watchman, the lady who cleans the house, if you can be kind to her. And then gratitude. We are all grateful that we are actually alive. S.P. Balasubramanian is not alive today. Such a great man with so much, and he's not there. Irfan Khan is not alive. Rishi Kapoor is not alive. There are so many people who are, Vivek is not alive. Okay, he's not alive. And we are all so lucky to be alive. See, இது வந்து முன்னாடி வயசானவங்களுக்கு தான் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தோம். இப்போ youngsters கூட சொல்ல ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டோம். All you young people are lucky to be alive. So why don't you be grateful for this? Suhasini is talking to you and you're listening and you have nothing. Right now, you are the happiest people in the world. வைரமுத்து சொன்னாரு, அவன் அங்கங்க கஷ்டப்பட்டுட்டு இருக்கான், ஆப்கானிஸ்தான்ல அடியில போயிட்டு இருக்கான், சிரியால என்னமோ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கான், அந்த அமெரிக்கன் சோல்ஜர்ஸ் அங்க போயிட்டு திரும்பி வருவோமான்னு தெரியாம அவங்க ஃபேமிலியில கஷ்டப்பட்டு இருக்காங்க. இதெல்லாம் இருக்கும்போது சுஹாசினி சொல்றதை கேட்டுட்டு இருக்கீங்களே நீங்கெல்லாம் தான் luckiest people. So be grateful for how lucky you are. And then the third thing is grace, which comes with my profession. Anything you do it gracefully, artistically. It's very important that you're creative in every little thing that you do. Usually I prepare a lot, do a lot of creative things and I prepare a lot. But today I didn't do because my friend is there. He knows how I am. I wanted to be like transparent without any frills or any mask. That's why otherwise I prepare. For example, last week I was in Hyderabad we had an impromptu celebration for Sindhu, PV Sindhu. So I was staying and it was in Chiranjeevi's house and he said, like, I want to say something. Can you, what do you, I think you should say something about shuttle, make a small poetry about all the, like, titles la vechi panna madri. Just a minute. Enoda song films la vechi poetry panna madri. I said, with shuttle terminology you should do. She said, no. Then I said, she's really broken the glass ceiling. She's the only Indian to have won 2 Olympic medals, individual. It's not even team, individual. So I prepared a list of women who have broken the glass ceilings. Like, for example, Muthulakshmi Reddy was the first female doctor in South India, and Kiran Bedi was the first police officer in India itself. And then Indira Gandhi was the first prime minister, and Pratibha Patil was the first president. And I said, till 1920, US women did not have voting rights. 1920 is when they were given voting rights. And then Chinese women have 3 stages of obedience. They have to follow 3 stages of obedience even today. It's an unwritten rule. The first, they have to be obedient to their fathers. Second stage, they have to be obedient to their husbands. Third stage, widows have to be obedient to their sons. And women are not passed over business or, property at all in China. And we know that women in India had to jump into the fire if the husband died, So I prepared things like this and kind of, it worked out very, very well. I think Sindhu herself was touched. All the women, they came to me and said, you said what we wanted to say. So whatever you do should be like that. Others should say, like, I wanted to do this and you did this. That is what being graceful and artistic is. Anything you do, even if you're writing a small note to somebody, put a little heart, not emojis, put a little heart, put something there, which is interesting, aesthetic, and fun. Because without creativity, life is a big bore. If you're not creative, life is an absolute, let people make the money, let people fight the wars. Let us be artistic. Finally, art is the one which will actually bring people together. India and Pakistan might fight in everything, whether it's Olympics or whatever. But when it comes to cinema, when it comes to music, we all listen to the ghazals of the great musicians from Pakistan. They love Madhuri Dixit and, Aishwarya Rai and, Shah Rukh Khan and everything. So, art is the best bridge in life. Art and creativity bridges everything. So I just have these three things that I want all of you to look at. I think you all remember, isn't it? It is kindness, gratitude, and grace. That's all I have for you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And with a lot of gratitude, thank you so much for being with us today. We'll move on to the question answer session. So, so after hearing your journey, there were some questions that our team wanted to, get to know more. So this was personally from me. So how did you make the choice to let a professional course go and take up cinematography? And I understand back then it wouldn't have been, anyone's first choice. It's a daring move to make.
My mother
How did you make it?
My mother, I'll give you the effect. Cause is later. Effect. My mother did not speak to me for 6 months. She turned her face and turned away. But today she's a pillar of strength, so I shouldn't be saying it. Poor thing. She was so worried that I was doing something so unconventional, and she was hurt. She was absolutely hurt. Even my dad wanted me to do only physics, and he wanted me to do engineering at that point. And he thought I'll finish BSc physics in college, undergrad, and then go to IIT for MI, MSc or whatever, because I was a math student or whatever, at that point it was maths, physics and chemistry. But somewhere, as I told you, a small accident of my father, not a small major accident, brought me to Chennai, Madras at that time. And then I started watching my uncle, and he was my role model. And he was the best role model, isn't it? I mean, proof of the pudding is in eating. I'm there right in front of you. So I think I made the right choice of going into films. But he was also very disappointed when I quit cinematography or being a cinematographer and became an actress. So you can't please everybody in life. You have to please. You can't even please life. So it was tough. It was tough. It was, and all my classmates, 150 boys, and I was the only girl, Kavya. All of them said that I cannot be a professional and I can't be a wife at the same time. You'll be either a good woman and a wife, or you'll be a professional. Today, I am proving all of them wrong. Some of them are dead also. In Corona, 2 of them died. Sorry to say, but 2 of them died in Corona. But I'm telling them, see, I read what you said. It's not possible for women, to have a career and also to have a family.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So another question is, what do you think are the major practices any artist must have to better themselves?
I want to tell you something about artists. Art cannot be prepared. You cannot prepare yourself to be an artist. You cannot do homework. Creative homework you cannot do. You can just remind yourself about certain things, but when it comes to pure art, it happens at that moment. There are so many examples. One day when I meet you all, I'll tell you, like, I'm learning to play the piano in my 60th year. And my piano teacher, who's only 31 years old, he told me that Suhasini should not be playing some Ed Sheeran song in the piano and singing so everybody claps. That is not what I want you to do. Or, Selena Gomez or anybody, any of those people, or Beatles song or Bee Gees or ABBA. No, that's not what you should do. You should create music. I said, how can I create music? I cannot create music because one thing I know is that I cannot compete, very professional sports in anything, because I was an athlete in school, but I know that it's so tough to compete now in anything that is international or national. The other thing, I knew that I can never compose music because I loved music, but I've never tried composing. But he said, music happens in a moment. So what you should do is, he said, I'll play some, chords. You turn the other way, and I want you to sing. And I sang, and he said, make the lyrics. So I sang 3 songs, and there I was composing. So art cannot be prepared, or you cannot do homework. It happens in the moment. Having said that, yes, you should. Like, for example, I'm doing a new Telugu film with Nagesh Kukunur, who made Hyderabad Blues and Iqbal and all that. So I'm playing a construction worker and a housemaid in Telangana. So I have to speak with a Telangana accent. So I've got my lines written about a month ago, and I keep looking at it and I keep changing my Telugu, illu, they don't say ga illu, they say, so there are sort of appudu gappudu, they say, so those, so all those, yen kata cheppamantivi, yen kata cheppamanta, no, it's, so I'm learning all those dialects. So that kind of homework you definitely will have to do when you're doing any creative work. Definitely, yes. I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I don't think anyone could have, nuanced an answer, so well to explain art. So thank you so much. And another question is, in this digital world, it's so easy to connect with people so far away, but how do we nurture the relationships close to us?
You have to be that person, who keeps up relationships. I don't think technology is going to help you or stop you from having your relationships. And I don't know whether I should say it, any technological innovation or discovery has always encouraged illicit relationships, whether it's, post or it's email or it's telephone or messaging or chat or, social platforms. All of them have encouraged illicit relationships. So I'm wary of the digital world when it comes to real relationship. But having said that, I remember many years ago, my son was stuck in Scotland in the cold, and the train that he was going in stopped because the electric wires had frozen, and so it stopped in the middle of nowhere, and they were given aluminum foil to cover themselves because it was so cold. The heating had stopped and people were falling one by one, and he was talking to me, and then the phone died. So I wanted somebody to go help him out. So I figured out that my niece's friend, who was close by, a Facebook friend, and so she ran and she helped him get into a bus and reach London. So technology definitely helps in your relationship. It definitely helps. So as I told you, with or without technology or digital connection, if you want to connect with people, you will connect. If you don't want to connect people, nothing can help you.
Thank you. Beautifully said. So considering your experience in having organized such large events, and we also do events, so what would you say are the key points that any team should remember or a leader should remember if they want everything to work effectively?
You have to be a leader. You should have done your homework on what are the most important things in the event which cannot be missed, and what are the spontaneous interesting things that are going to happen, and then what are the usual boring things that will be there. You should be aware of it, and you should also be aware of crisis sometimes and how you should handle it. I think the biggest event that I handled in my life was the Artists Association function in Malaysia, where some 2,000 people had come from India. And then we had this show the previous day from 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock. And then you had everybody, Kamal, Rajni, to everybody had come. And then the next day it started at 10:30 in the morning and went all till 1 in the night. So when you have a marathon event like this, it's very tough because humanly it's not possible. It's like a one-day match which is continuously happening, or a 2020 match which is continuously happening. We had football and we had cricket and we had dance, we had music and we had comedy, and we had speeches and we had like great gigs. We had to get a helicopter down, we had to have people parachuting, and then we had Harley Davidson coming in, and then Vivek going and hiding because he didn't want to perform in the non-prime time. So I had to go chase him and bring him back, and somebody had to tell me, so Hasni, will you get up? Because I had the headphones and I was fighting with Sun TV people and the organizers. Sun TV people wanted only celebrity compares. They did not want professional compares. And when the celebrity compares, said you can't direct them. You can't tell them to start and stop. So when Sun TV people say, no, he has to stop. He has to. I said, no, he's a celebrity. We cannot direct him. So they also learned lessons, and I also learned lessons. And yeah, when I was sitting there, somebody said, you need to get up. I said, why? I said, it's 5 hours. You've not gone to the restroom. So get up and go to the restroom. So that is how you have to be, when you're doing an event, that is how you have to be. I remember what my gynecologist asked me and what I told her when I was like, Nandan was born. I was directing my first film. I had directed television series earlier on, but this was supposed to be my first feature film. So I went to check my health before I get into something like that. And she asked me, you're an actor and you're also a filmmaker. What is the difference between the two? I said, when I'm acting, I'm a woman. When I'm directing, I'm an animal. So when you're doing an event, you're an animal, but you have to be the lovable animal, not somebody who bites everybody and eats everybody.
Amazingly said. So, last two questions. What inspired you to start the NAM Trust?
Mani and I are like sitting in the evenings and talking about the world. Even though we make films, it doesn't matter. When we come back home, we are like any normal human beings who are worried about the world and what is happening around us and what is our contribution or whatever it is. Especially the difference between the haves and have-nots in our country is so wide. It really bothers you. The staff who are working in your house, the people you see outside, they're struggling for that money, which will be wasted in a dinner, in a dish that we don't even want in a 5-star hotel. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't go to 5-star hotel, because they'll lose business and the people who are working there will lose their jobs. So, we used to talk about it. And then when I was doing this ladies junction, I think that kind of changed my attitude towards life. I come from a small village. And when I was 11 years old, I had to walk some 2 kilometers to fetch 1 pot of water in Madurai. Okay, not in Paramakudi, but in Madurai when I was studying in OCPM. I was in 8th standard, 7th to 8th standard. So I have seen droughts, I've seen problems and all that. But when you see problems, when you are well off, when your life is settled, it really bothers you. Like when you're in your 30s and 40s, it's when you really enjoy the evenings. Today, you people are enjoying the evenings even in your 20s, but we couldn't. We were still working and, doing so many things at home. But when you're in your 40s, we used to go out Saturday and Sunday and meet really interesting people who are done well in life. And it will be so much fun, laughter, of course, with other things that go with dinner, and you know what I mean. So it was like that. What happened was every Friday and Saturday or every Sunday and Monday, I used to go to the villages to do this ladies junction, where I meet people, especially women from that particular demographic, and understand what how their society is made of, what is their source of income, and what are the societal problems that they have. As women, what are the problems they have? Like, for example, you go to a place like Erode or Salem, they make the best bed sheets in the world. But that is number 1 quality. But what they sleep in their houses is the 6th grade bed sheets. That is the kind of difference that is there. And then in Coimbatore, there was a lady who said that I'm not going to give freedom to my daughter because she's going to get married and she's going to, if I pamper her so much, her mother-in-law and father-in-law are not going to pamper her so much. So I said, like, so what do you want to do? She said, let her face all the suffering when she's 20 itself, so that the sufferings that she's going to face after 20, 25 is not a big deal. So I'm going to not treat her very well. When you listen to all these things, it kind of breaks your heart. And then you come back and go to an evening full of intellectual people and, eclectic people, and over a glass of a drink, you talk about changing the world. I thought it was very false for me. So I wanted to do something different. And I told my husband, we have to do something. So he said, there are only 2 things that we can do. Medical profession where you save lives, or you start a NGO where you help. That is how NAM was born. That is how NAM was born. And first we said, we won't do everybody. We won't do poor people, people who are differently able, people who are single, people who are from, tribal area. No, nothing like that. We said we'll go to a niche. So we decided to help out single women, because it also has a cultural problem, traditional issue. In our culture, single women are not really invited, they're just informed about everything, especially Subhakaryam irukumbodhu. So we wanted to change all that, at least for a few people who are in our, for example, when people ask me to light the lamp, Kutuvalaketa, for the function, I said, 2 other women will come with me. They light the other wicks with me. They both are widows. Is it okay? The fact that their husbands drank too much and jumped into a well and died is not their problem. It's not their fault. But they are not allowed to light the lamp because those stupid fellows, whoever it is, whether it's a man or a woman, jumped into a well and died. So, and society people started accepting these women also coming along with me and, lighting the lamp, So that's how NAM was born.
Very inspiring, ma'am, because I think a lot of us, most of us see, two very different realities.
Yeah.
One where from where we are and one that's on the other end. But there are very few people who try and bridge that.
You will be surprised. I mean, you're all doing so much of community work, so I don't have to tell you. When you do community work, it's not like you are giving them anything. They are giving you so much. They are giving you so much. Every meeting in NAM, I get a lot. For example, I'll tell you, Satya Paul called me for a show inauguration in Chennai. So it had the who's who of Chennai, about 30 women who are coming. So I said, there is a girl called Ilavarasi who will come with me. She'll light the lamp and she'll be with me. She's a tiny little girl whose husband died. I mean, and she has 2 small children, and she was all of 26 or 25. She has 2 children, her husband is already dead. So I took her there and she lit the lamp with me, and they gave her all those nice martini glass mocktails and all that, different colors, blue and all that. And she drank all that and, like that, because it was too strong for her when the aerated drinks were all. And then they all hugged her, kissed her and looked after her, gave her gifts and everything. 2-3 days later, we had a meeting, or the same week we had a meeting. I asked Ilavarasi to explain her experience, what happened to her when she came to EA Mall or Phoenix Mall, to a very posh place, and sat with all these women who were very affectionate towards her and nice to her. You know what she said? There were 30 women. All of them kissed me on both the cheeks. So I had 60 kisses that day. In my life, I've not had that kind of an experience. I'll cherish it. So this is a learning, we take the affection so much for granted. When we meet our parents or our friends, we hug them and kiss them. And today, of course, we can't do any of those things. But, we take all that for granted. When it comes from a humble person, honest person, it kind of shakes you. I thought she having those drinks and, dressing up well and lighting the lamp was important. For her, being kissed affectionately on her cheek by these women was so, so important.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I hope you give these experience to many more people, and you get many fold of that happiness back into your life. And with that, I really want to ask, I want the team to put out the felicitation now.
Now, can I ask a question, Hasini?
Yes, sure.
Good to see you here. I mean, after a long time we've been meeting. It's virtual, and I guess good to see you. My question is that, I always say this, we are the only generation where we had to listen to our parents and children. And in the course, the empathy was always in our culture. And you have a son, I know about it, because there was some issue like the Scotland thing, which you were discussing. What do you think the younger generation should know about empathy? Because the empathy earlier was inbuilt in the family. So with you having a lot of luxuries now, and how do you think you teach your son the empathy part? Other than
one luxury that is actually a big problem for empathy is the separate rooms and the rooms with locks inside. Locks inside. I think friend's father, my friend's father said, like, when you gave them separate rooms and the right to lock themselves inside the room when there is life going on outside, you cut them off from everything. See, that is, I think, that has been given by the parents. I think that was not given by our parents, but we gave it to our children. I think that was a big mistake. We cut them off from all the problems. And, like, for example, I don't even argue with money in front of my son. I don't want him to see, the problems of marriage, because he's going to get married, he's going to see a girl and all that. I think it's all wrong, because our parents fought in front of us.
Exactly.
They had different opinion right in front of us. They didn't hit each other, but I think that's why the empathy has been taken away. My son very clearly told me, Amma, you take care of so many people, cousins and, nieces and nephew. After you're gone, don't expect me to do any of those things. I'm not capable of doing these things. At least he's honest about it. But also the other problem that we parents have done is, I never knew how much money my father made. And I never knew how much money my mother saved. Today, our children know exactly how much we earn and how much is invested, how much is in the FD, how many properties we have, what is the value of the property. So they know They are kind of settled or unsettled in their lives. You know, when there is a problem also, they know. When you have a business issue, they know, oh, my father is going through, so they go through the stress. I don't think I went through any stress of my father's business or his, career. Whereas Nandan goes through the stresses that Maniratnam and Suhasini go through. Every film releases before and after. Imagine a bomb was thrown when he was 4 years old, and there was a policeman who was coming to his school and played cricket with him and lost all the time. He made sure that he got out in the third ball that Nandan bowled. So they have much more stress. In fact, Nandan used to say, Amma, this policeman who's coming with me as a guard, will he come when I go to college also? So, see, they have different kind of stress. The kind of stress that they have, I don't think we had. They knew everything. They know everything. In a way, ignorance was bliss for our generation. So that's why I think we had that empathy. Today, they know whatever is happening. So they try to distance themselves. So again, I'm saying the minute you give a separate room to your child and allow them to lock it from inside, finished. There is no empathy towards you.
My last question would be, it's also on the chat, that earlier, there was a taboo about acting from the children, but now a lot of people are aspiring to become actors and actors or celebrate. I mean, they want to get into movies. So there is a difference between that generation and now. So what is your advice to, why your son has not become an actor, right? He must have chosen his own path and he's got passion on it. Yeah. So what is your...
I would very much like Nandan to be an actor or a director. I'm very disappointed that he's not an actor. He's not... But, he said he might, choose a girl who's from the film industry as his spouse, which I think is very nice. So, of course, that's the different thing. But having said that, there is still a taboo about film people. We are not respected. We are admired, adored, but we are not respected. We are considered just bimbettes or bimbos. Somebody who looks good on screen and dance well, sing well, and romance well, and say a few dialogues, which is all false. So we are all cardboard heroes for the audience. In a way, it's true, because whatever you see on screen is not really us. It has been written and scripted by somebody else, and we are just puppets. We're all, if it's not on the page, it's not on the stage. So we are like a mic between the stage and the audience. That's it. But today, I think there is a lot of freedom. Earlier on, only a few careers were permitted. For example, I remember when Kamraj came to our house. I think I was not even born, but I still know this. No, I was there. He wanted to know what my aunt was doing. So she was studying in school, and she was also a Bharatanatyam dancer. So Kamraj said, why is she doing Bharatanatyam? Ask her to become a nurse. At least that way, she can serve the society. So that was the thinking earlier on, whether it was Kamaraj or anybody. They always thought you have to be a teacher or a nurse or an engineer or a doctor for boys, or you have to be a government servant, or you have to work in a bank. But all that has changed. So with that, I think film industry has also become little acceptable. But still, I know that assistant directors and budding actors cannot get a house on rent because they are from the film industry. So we are minority, marginalized minority also, but it is compensated by the adoration and adulation that we get on the other side once we become successful. So I guess there is also plus and minus in both. Nothing much has changed, Sai Garu.
Yes.
The bias is still there, the taboo is still there. That's why when artists get together, I say we need respect. If I am the only first person to become an honorary consul from the film industry, it's such a shame that society is not accepting us as a career or an industry or people to be respected or to be people who can become leaders. We either keep them on top or troll them. That's what been done by film people. So it's still the same. It's not too much, but like I said, people have become broad-minded in everything. So here also they're accepting. The parents are accepting the children doing.
So having said that, you were talking about minorities. A small piece of information. Among the presidents and secretaries last year, the number of people from the girls were only about 36%. And this year it is 64%.
Wow, that's so good.
And that's the reason we wanted you badly. Of course, we didn't want to put pressure on you because I know you have a lot of shootings going on. So thank you once again. I do not know. I don't have words to thank you.
I just have one correction.
Awesome.
One correction.
Yes.
all the boys, all the men here,
Yeah.
I just have to tell you, now I don't have a gender. Once I've crossed 50, for women, there is no gender. Okay.
We didn't know you're 50.
You are somebody to be respected and listened to. They listen to you much more. You know, the burdens of being a woman or a man goes away after 50. So it's wonderful to get old.
Good.
I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like,
yes,
what
of course.
is more important than the fact that I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And even in Honorary Consul's election, I was the election officer.
Yes.
I was
And thanks to you, I became a treasurer.
Yes, yes. Congrats. Yes.
So thank you, Sahasini. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kavya, you can carry on.
Can I have that film that you showed? I want to show it to all my 80s friends.
I have sent it to you.
Yeah, please.
Sure, we'll share.
I've already sent it
to all of them.
Yeah, I've sent it on the CC.
And that also I wanted to say, you know, stay with your friends.
Yeah.
When you're 20s, whoever you met, do not let go. Don't have any grudges about them because they treated you badly, they fought with you, and they let you down. Because when you meet them after 40 years, you will love them. However bad they were in your 20s, you will love them after 20 years. So stay with all your friends in your 20s and your 20, you know, before your 30s, because, you know, that relationship you have to treasure. Because whatever I'm telling you today, I'll be going back and telling all of them. We have a group of 30 people, including Jackie Shroff and Poonam Dillon, and Chiranjeevi and Mohanlal are all in the group. So we'll be chatting. So that's something, that friendship and being together and gathering people like this, you know, I don't have to tell you, you're getting people together to do something positive and interesting and fun. You know, that's so amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I now request our DRR, Rotaractor Past President Kamvel, to felicitate ma'am.
Thank you so much, Kavya. Thank you so much, Sugashni ma'am. A wonderful session. As Cesar said, இது வரைக்கும் லாஸ்ட் இயர் மட்டும் இல்ல, நம்ம டிஸ்ட்ரிக்டோட ஹிஸ்டரியிலேயே 64% வந்து கேர்ள் பிரசிடென்ட் செக்ரட்டரிஸ் இருக்கிறது வந்து இதுதான். ஸோ என்டையரா 144 கிளப்ஸ்ல ஒரு 64%ன்றது அவ்வளோ ஈஸியான விஷயம் இல்லை. ஸோ கண்டிப்பா அந்த ஒரு செஷனுக்கு நீங்க இருந்தாதான் கரெக்டா இருக்கும்னு சொல்லி சாரும் நானும் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவோம். அந்த டீம் அசம்பிளி இசைக்கு சேகர் நாங்க எல்லாருமே டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவோம். எல்லாருமே சொன்ன ஒரே விஷயம் யுனானிமஸா சுகாசினி மேம் இருந்தா கரெக்டா இருக்கும்னு சொல்லி பிளான் பண்ணோம். ஸோ தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் மேம். ஒண்டர்ஃபுல்லான ஒரு செஷன். இதே மாதிரி இன்னும் யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ்க்காக நிறைய ஸ்பீச் நீங்க கொடுக்கறத பாக்கிறதுக்காக ஃபியூச்சர்லயும் வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். அண்ட் ரோட்ராக் மூவ்மெண்ட்லயும் கண்டிப்பா இன்னும் ஃபியூச்சர்ல நிறைய ஈவெண்ட்ஸ்ல நீங்க கணக்குல இருக்கணும் அப்படின்றது ஒரு ரெக்வெஸ்ட். அண்ட் thank you so much for being a wonderful speaker for assembly change. And another thanks is Shesa Sai sir. கண்டிப்பா அவர் இல்லைன்னா கண்டிப்பா இந்த ஒரு ஒண்டர்ஃபுல்லான ஒரு ஸ்பீச் நாங்க மிஸ் பண்ணிருப்போம். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் சேசா சாய் சார், அவங்கள இங்க இந்த ஒரு ஒண்டர்ஃபுல்லான அசம்பிளிக்கு கூட்டிட்டு வந்ததுக்காக. தேங்க்யூ சார். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்
brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kamalana and ma'am, from the entire team. We thank you so much for being our keynote speaker for today. It's been a pleasure to witness you speak, and I don't think anyone would have imagined you would have been so candid, so real. So thank you for totally being yourself with us, and I'm sure everyone will take some piece of this session back with them. And thank you so much once again. Over to the MC.
Okay, thank you, Kavya. Thank you so much. அதாவது 10 முறை கீழே விழுந்தவனை பார்த்து முத்தமிட்டு சொன்னதாம் மண், நீ 9 முறை எழுந்தவன் என்று அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அந்த வகையில எல்லாரையுமே வந்து மோட்டிவேட் பண்ற மாதிரியான ஒரு செஷன் கண்டிப்பா வந்து ரொம்பவே சிறப்பா இருந்தது. சுஹாசினி மேம் அவங்களோட செஷன் ஆரம்பிக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி அவங்க இப்போ அவங்களுடைய செஷன் வந்து முடிஞ்சிடுச்சு. இப்போ அவங்களுடைய திரைப்படத்துல இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு பெயரை நான் இந்த இடத்துல நினைவுபடுத்தணும் அப்படின்னு ஆசைப்படுறேன். நன்றி, மீண்டும் வருக. இன்னும் நிறைய ஈவெண்ட்ல உங்களை நாங்க பார்க்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஆசைப்படுறோம் மேம். தேங்க்யூ சோ மச். தேங்க்ஸ் ஃபார் கம்மிங். உண்மையிலேயே ரொம்ப அருமையா இருந்த உங்க செஷன். தேங்க்யூ மேம். தேங்க்ஸ் a lot.
Thank you, and I have to thank Sai Garu for inviting me. I was not too sure if I'll be able to come. In an hour, I was supposed to go for a shooting. It got postponed, so I told him that I'll be around. Sorry that I had to tell you konjam later. So sorry.
But no. That's perfectly all right.
Thank you so much for inviting me here, and nice to meet so many young people who are all focused and dedicated. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'll take your leave. Thank you so much.
So that was the end of a spectacular session by with Ma'am Suhasini Ma'am. And thank you, Rotaract Past President Kavya, for moderating the session amazingly well. So before we move on, I would also like to recognize the valuable presence of Rotarian Rajesh Naran, District Trainer, Rotarian Retractor Munishwar and Mani. Thank you for joining us, and we are glad to have you amongst us. So now it's time for some fun and entertainment. We have with us today Rotaractor Leander and his talented team, Hard Rock Coffee, who will be doing a power-packed live performance to set us all growing for the day. So the stage is yours, Leander and his team.
So, audible?
Yes, Leander.
Okay. Okay, boys, ready? Three, 2, 1, go.
I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with your body. Come on, everybody. I'm in love with your body. Let's start it something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you. begging, begging you. Put your love hand down, baby. Crying down, and I was scared. I played all my everything. I walked away, won't be dead. Easy come, easy go, everyone. I'm gonna lose you. Yeah, yeah. La, 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 la. Begging, begging you. I put you out and down, baby. I'm begging, begging you. I put you out and down, baby.
Guys, thanks so much. We have Michael on keys, vocals by Hariharan, Taufik, Jeff, and we have Vasant on Kabun, and myself, Leander. Thank you so much, thanks so much, Rotaract, for giving this opportunity. And in the place, I'm முக்கியமான ஒரு person introduce பண்ணலாம். Sujan, இந்த opportunity கொடுத்ததே அவங்க தான். Thank you so much, bro. Unfortunately, I couldn't able to hear due to some personal issues. So, thank you so much.
ஓகே, ஹார்ட் ராக் காஃபி ஃபேன். ஓகே, உண்மையாவே வந்து உங்க பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் வந்து ரொம்பவே சிறப்பா இருந்தது. உண்மையாவே வந்து இட் வாஸ் அமேசிங். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் டீம். தேங்க்ஸ் ஃபார் கம்மிங் அண்ட் தேங்க்ஸ் ஃபார் யுவர் பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ். ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச். ஜஸ்ட் அஸ்யா உங்ககிட்டயும் கேட்டுருவோம். அஸ்யா, எப்படி இருந்தது பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ்?
ஸோ நம்ம வந்து நிறைய இன்ஸ்பைரிங்கான தாட் ப்ரோவோக்கிங்கான விஷயம்லாம் கேட்டுட்டு இருந்தோம். ஸோ அந்த என்டர்டெயின்மெண்ட்ன்ற ஆஸ்பெக்ட கண்டிப்பா யாராவது ஃபில் பண்ணிருக்கணும். ஸோ அதை வந்து லியாண்டர் அண்ட் யோர் டீம் நீங்க ரொம்பவே சூப்பரா பண்ணீங்க. ஸோ ஐ திங்க் இட் வாஸ் அ கிரேட் பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் அண்ட் வெரி எனர்ஜைசிங் அட் த எண்ட் ஆஃப் த டே. ஸோ தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச். அண்ட் இது மாதிரி நிறைய நீங்க பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு the entire assembly team சார்பா we are wishing you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Huge honor for us to perform here. Seriously, I expect பண்ணல. Last minuteல சொன்னாங்க. Okay, last minuteல நாங்க எல்லாரும் முடிஞ்சது கொடுத்தோம். We gave our best. Really, I'm happy that I performed here today. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
It was great.
Yes, really we enjoyed it. Thank you, team. Thank you so much. Yes, அஸ்யா, நமக்கு இந்த பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் வந்து எனக்கு இப்போ திரும்ப நான் பார்க்கணும், இல்லைன்னா இதுக்கு முன்னாடி சுஹாசினி மேமோட செஷனா இருந்தாலும் சரி, அதெல்லாம் வந்து திரும்ப பார்க்க முடியுமா? அதுக்கான பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ் இருக்கா?
கண்டிப்பா பார்க்க முடியும். பிகாஸ் இப்போ நீங்க நிறைய பேர் இங்க லேட்டா ஜாயின் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, இல்ல வந்து இந்த ஈவெண்ட்டை மிஸ் பண்ணிட்டீங்க ஏதாவது பர்சனல் இஷ்யூஸ்னாலனா, நாட் டு வரி, பிகாஸ் வி ஹாவ் அவர் ஓன் யூடியூப் சேனல் Rotaract 3232. அங்க வந்து நம்ம நடத்துற எல்லா ஈவெண்ட்ஸ், எல்லா ஒரு ஹாப்பனிங்ஸ் எல்லாமே ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஆகும். ஸோ இஃப் யூ ஹவ் மிஸ் சம்திங் ஆர் நீங்க லேட்டா ஜாயின் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உடனே போய் அந்த யூடியூப்ல பார்க்கலாம். ஸோ இந்த லிங்க்கும் வந்து இப்போ சேட் பாக்ஸ்ல போடுவாங்க. ஸோ கைண்ட்லி சப்ஸ்கிரைப் கைஸ், அண்ட் இட் வுட் பி கிரேட் இஃப் யூ சப்ஸ்கிரைப் அண்ட் கீப் யுவர் செல்ஃப் அப்டேட்டட் ஆன் வாட் இஸ் கோயிங் ஆன் இன் அவர் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்.
அசிஃபியா, இவ்வளவு நல்லா தமிழ் பேசுறேன்னு எனக்கு தெரியவே இல்லைம்மா.
தமிழும் பேசுறேன்.
Yes, thank you, Asya. Thank you so much. நானும் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிடுறேன். ஸோ ஐ ரெக்வெஸ்ட் தி சேம் டு எவ்ரிவன். ஸோ எல்லாருமே வந்து சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிடுங்க டு கெட் அ மோர் அப்டேட்ஸ் ஃபார் அப்கமிங் ஈவென்ட்ஸ். எஸ், தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச். ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டேவே வந்து இப்படி இருக்கு, இவ்வளோ கிராண்டா இருக்கு. செகண்ட் டே எப்படி இருக்கும், என்னெல்லாம் செகண்ட் டேல பார்க்க போறோம், ஏதாவது ஐடியா இருக்கா?
ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டேவே வந்து நிறைய விஷயங்கள் பேசினாங்க, நிறைய யோசிக்கக்கூடிய விஷயங்கள் வந்து நமக்கு கற்றுக் கொடுத்தாங்க. அண்ட் என்டர்டெயின்மெண்ட்டும் இருந்தது. ஸோ அண்ட் இவ்வளோ ஒரு லார்ஜ் நம்பர் ஆஃப் பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ், அதுவும் வர்ச்சுவல்ல எடுத்துட்டு வந்திருக்கோம், விச் இஸ் அ வெரி பிக் திங். ஸோ டே 1 வந்து வாஸ் அப்சல்யூட் சக்சஸ். ஸோ டே 2க்கான எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன்ஸும் கண்டிப்பா ஹையா இருக்கு. அதுக்கேற்றபடி வி ஹாவ் லாட்ஸ் ஆஃப் திங்ஸ் கம்மிங் அப். ஸோ அது என்னன்னு நமக்கு ஒரு ப்ராப்பர் அப்டேட் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு ஐ நவ் கால் அப்பான் DRR Rotaract past president Kamwil for the context setting of day 2.
Thank you so much, Asya and Vignesh. So day 1 wonderful-ஆன ஒரு day 1 நம்மளுக்கு அமைஞ்சது அசெம்பிளி பொறுத்த வரைக்கும். So starting from Cesar சார்ல இருந்து ரெப்ரசன்டேட்டிவ் எலெக்ட் கௌதமா இருக்கட்டும், அண்ட் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கவர்னர் ஸ்ரீதர் சார் இருக்கட்டும், எல்லாருமே ஒரு வண்டர்ஃபுல்லான ஸ்பீச் கொடுத்தாங்க. மோர் தென் தட் we have சுஹாசினி மேம். ஸோ வண்டர்ஃபுல்லான ஒரு ஸ்பீச் கொடுத்தாங்க, கீனோட் ஸ்பீக்கராகவும். அண்ட் ஸோ இது மாதிரி இன்னும் நிறைய விஷயங்கள் நம்ம வந்து லேர்ன் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்றதுக்காக வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். நாளைக்கு ரோட்ராக் அப்படின்றதுக்குள்ள இம்பார்ட்டன்டான ஒரு விஷயத்துல நம்ம இன்வால்வ் ஆக போறோம். ஸோ போர்ட் மெம்பர்ஸ் எல்லாருக்குமே 12 டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஐடிஸ்ல 12 டிஃப்ரெண்ட் செஷன்ஸ் தனித்தனியா நடக்க போகுது. ஸோ அதுக்கான லிங்க்ஸ் எல்லாமே உங்களை எல்லாரையுமே ஆட் பண்ணியிருக்கிற அந்த குரூப்ல, ஸோ எல்லா கிளப்போட போர்ட் மெம்பர்ஸ் எல்லாருமே இருக்கிற ஒரு குரூப் இருக்கும். அது இப்போதைக்கு டெம்பரரி குரூப் இருக்கும். அந்த குரூப்ல உங்க எல்லாருமே ஆட் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. அந்த குரூப்ல உங்களுக்கான தனித்தனி லிங்க்ஸ் எல்லாமே இப்போ போஸ்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. அண்ட் அந்த லிங்க் எல்லாத்தையும் கரெக்டான இதுல அண்ட் கைட்லைன்ஸ் நிறைய கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க. அந்த கைட்லைன்ஸ் படி கரெக்டா உங்க நேமை மாத்திட்டு அந்த எல்லா செஷன்லயும் அட்டன் பண்ணுங்க. அண்ட் இங்க வெபினார் எல்லாருமே டைரக்டா வித்தவுட் நேம் சேஞ்சிங் எல்லாருமே உள்ள இருப்போம். பட் போர்ட் மெம்பர்ஸ் போர்ட் அஃபிஷியல் ட்ரைனிங் செமினார்ல நீங்க கரெக்டான நேம்ல உள்ள வந்தா மட்டும் தான் அலோவே பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ கரெக்டான நேம்ல உள்ள வாங்க. அண்ட் நாளைக்கு கம்ப்ளீட்டா 12 அதர் டிஃபரெண்ட் செஷன்ஸ் நாளைக்கு இருக்க போது. பிரசிடென்ட் வைஸ் பிரசிடென்ட் அண்ட் செக்ரட்டரி ஜாயிண்ட் செக்ரட்டரி ஒரு செஷன், அண்ட் ட்ரெஷரருக்கு தனி செஷன், சார்ஜென்ட்டுக்கு தனி செஷன், அண்ட் 4 அவென்யூஸ்க்கும் தனித்தனி செஷன், அண்ட் எடிட்டோரியல் போர்டுக்கு தனி செஷன், அண்ட் ஆல்சோ டிசைனிங்க்கு தனி செஷன், அண்ட் ஆல்சோ பிளட் டொனேஷனுக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் ஒரு செஷன் தனியாகவும் கொடுக்குறோம். எல்லாருமே தனித்தனியா செஷன் அட்டன் பண்ண போறீங்க. ஸோ பி ரெடி கைஸ். அண்ட் அதுக்கப்புறம் ஈவினிங் வந்து வி ஹாவ் ஆதித்யா மேனன், குட் ஆக்டர் அண்ட் சோஷியல் ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸ். அண்ட் அதுக்கப்புறம் நம்மளோட டிஸ்ட்ரிக்டோட ஃபியூச்சர் ஈவெண்ட்ஸ் என்னென்ன ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கோ அதோட லான்ச்சஸ் இருக்கும். அண்ட் அதுக்கப்புறம் வேலிடிக்டரி செரமனில வி ஹாவ் ஆர்ஐ டைரக்டர் ஆல்சோ. ஸோ எல்லாருமே ரெடியா இருங்க. நாளைக்கு ஈவெண்ட் தான். இன்னைக்கு இருந்தது ஒரு ட்ரெய்லர் மாதிரி அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஏன்னா இன்னைக்கு இருந்ததே ட்ரெய்லர்னா நாளைக்கு என்னெல்லாம் டிஃப்ரெண்டா இருக்க போகுதுன்றது நீங்க ஈகரா வெயிட் பண்ணி பாக்குறதுக்காக தான் அந்த விஷயம். அண்ட் ரொம்ப சர்ப்ரைஸான நிறைய விஷயங்கள் பிளான் பண்ணிருக்காங்க அசம்பிளி டீம். அண்ட் ஸோ பி ரெடி ஃபார் த டே 2. தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் ஃபார் ஆல் த பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ். எல்லாருமே இப்போ வரைக்குமே 2K பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் இன்னமும் இருக்கீங்க. ஸோ தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் ஃபார் தட். அண்ட் நாளைக்கு டே வண்டர்ஃபுல்லா போறதுக்காக வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க. தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்.
Thank you, DRR Rotaract past President Kamwil. So on that note, we are wrapping up for the day as we have come to the end of the day 1 happenings. So on behalf of the District Rotaract Council 21-22, I would like to thank each one of you for being a part of this beautiful occasion. It was an absolute pleasure to host the event, and I would also like to extend my sincere gratitude to the entire Change Assembly team for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Do what you love. It loves you back. Pause, perceive, progress. So with this, Rotaract Asfiya Sharif and
MC Tamil Kadalan
signing off for the day.
Signing off. Thank you.
Tamil Kadalan, கொஞ்சம் உங்க ஃபேஸை காட்டுங்க.
இத நான் எதிர்பார்க்கலையே. இதுதான் சரியான ட்விஸ்ட்.
எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் அன்எக்ஸ்பெக்டட் தமிழ் காதலன் வேற ஒண்ணும் இல்ல.
சார் இல்ல சார், ஆக்சுவலி நான் கொஞ்சம் இன்ஜூர்ட் ஆயிருக்கேன். ஸோ நான் பெட் ரெஸ்ட்ல இருக்கேன். we will connect நம்ம அப்புறமா கனெக்ட் பண்ணலாம் சார்.
சூப்பர் தமிழ் காதலன் and Asfiya.
Thank you. In spite of your ailment, you are still there. Thank you so much for being here. You did a wonderful job. Both of you had a phenomenal, kind of a connection with everything. And more so, Kavya, you're outstanding. I mean, I never thought that it will go so well. Yeah, thank you
so much.
Thank you all the attendees. Like if you want to leave, you can leave this webinar. Thank you so much all.